At the Junior Beast Taming School, the teacher delivers a final announcement. The Beast Master Qualification exam is tomorrow. He reminds the students that everyone has already contracted their first beast. He tells them to rest well, prepare, and shoot for good results. Then he dismisses the class. A few students start talking. They admit the upcoming exam has them on edge. Another classmate gets it. Becoming an apprentice beastmaster is a huge challenge with their current skills. And getting into an advanced beastmaster academy? That feels like an impossible dream. One student, however, shares his personal goal. He wants to get into the Beastmaster Academy in Ningjiang City. He knows it's not a top-tier school. But he feels confident in his abilities, confident he can get into at least an average academy. Meanwhile, another student looks sick with worry. The pressure is getting to him. He fears that if he fails this one exam, he's doomed to live an ordinary, uneventful life. The Beast Master Qualification exam is just around the corner. But one student, a time traveler, couldn't care less. Only a week ago, he had crashed into this world, taking over his current body. By absorbing its memories, he pieced together the kind of world he now lives in. Hundreds of years ago, a massive catastrophe struck. Ferocious beasts swarmed out from dimensional rifts. They hunted and slaughtered humans, bringing immense suffering to the world. In the face of annihilation, humanity fought back. Over time, they learned a new skill. They discovered how to tame the very beasts that hunted them, turning them into powerful allies. This revolutionary technique gave rise to the beast master profession. In this era of beast taming, beast masters are the ultimate symbols of power and status. To become one means you are entering society's elite class. For the young people of this world, the greatest dream is to become a powerful spirit master. Here, every person over the age of 18 can contract their very first beast. The strength of a person's soul directly determines the power level of the beast they can bond with. But for our time traveler, none of this matters. The previous owner of his body had already sealed a contract. And his beast is a tiny, fluffy creature. Looks cute, sure, but it is utterly harmless. Possesses no strength, it has zero combat value, and worst of all, it can't even evolve. Staring at his pet, he figures he's just destined for a normal, mediocre life. He complains about his rotten luck. Other time travelers get cheat-like abilities. They get power strong enough to destroy entire worlds. But him? He ends up like this. Just then, a man approaches and calls him Linz. He starts mocking him. He says it's fine if Linz never becomes a beast master. He can always just be a regular office worker. At least that job is safe. It involves no real danger. Another guy chimes in with a joke. He suggests that if all else fails, Z can take his little Snowball and go sell ice cream outside the mall. They all laugh. They add that selling cold mineral water is a decent option too. RMC is getting seriously irritated. Suddenly, a notification window flashes before his eyes. The system announces it has finished charging. Activation is successful. He realizes this must be the achievement system. The gold finger, he's waited so long for this, it finally makes sense. The system never appeared before because it was still recharging. He is absolutely ecstatic. He wastes no time and checks his stats. His physique is 10 and his spirit is 08. His spirit power sits at a full 80 out of 80. He has no level, no spirit technique, and 0 achievement points. His contracted pet beast is Little Snowball. A small note clarifies that an average adult male has a 1-0 in both physical and spiritual attributes. The system explains its function. By completing achievements, he will earn achievement points and bonus items. These rewards can be used to boost his pet's growth, unlock new skills, or even improve his own abilities as a beast master. Curious, he immediately checks Little Snowball's stats. It is an ice-type beast. His current level is rank 1, stage 1, with a growth rate of 2,348. Its only skill is cold air breath. It can increase its growth by fighting or by eating energy-rich items. The moment its growth hits 100, an evolution will be triggered. After evolving, its strength will skyrocket. Z is stunned. He thought Snowball could never evolve. The system then displays the evolution options. The first choice is the giant route. This path focuses on melee combat and physical power, but it weakens its ice abilities. Its next form would be the snow monster, a beast that could evolve all the way up to rank 5. The second option is the queen route. This path massively enhances its ice element affinity and spellcasting power, but its melee capabilities will suffer. Its next form is the ice crystal spirit, and it has the potential to evolve to the legendary king rank. Z can hardly believe it. He was convinced Snowball had zero evolutionary potential. This has to be a hidden evolutionary path. This changes everything. It means he won't have to sell ice cream after all. He finally has a real shot at becoming a beastmaster. He's particularly thrilled that the queen route leads all the way to the king rank. But the evolution isn't free. For Snowball to evolve, its growth rate must hit 100. He also needs to get 20 low-level ice element essences and 1 spirit jade. Without a moment's hesitation, Z decides to use achievement points to upgrade little Snowball. The system alerts him. He has already completed an achievement for successfully contracting his first pet beast. His reward is 100 achievement points and 1 spirit crystal, ready to be claimed. The next achievement is becoming an apprentice beastmaster. This requires him to pass the qualification exam and complete the first baptism. The reward will be 200 achievement points and another spirit crystal. The final achievement on the list is enrollment. He needs to get accepted into any Beastmaster Academy. Completing that will grant him 300 achievement points, a spirit crystal and a strength crystal. He claims his available reward. Then he puts the points to use. Z watches with anticipation. A bright light envelopes little Snowball. It successfully evolves, reaching rank 1, stage 2 with a 100 growth rate. Z is overjoyed it actually worked. A system message confirms he used 77 achievement points and has 23 remaining. He feels a little let down though. The dazzling light from the evolution fades away far too quickly. Still, he knows this is just the beginning. To get Snowball to evolve again, he needs those 20 ice element essences and 1 spirit jade. And those items are not cheap. He formulates a plan. First, earn some money. Then buy the evolution materials at the pet shop. But before he can even take a step, the same group of bullies blocks his path. They mock him again, asking if he's on his way to sell ice cream. Z ignores their taunts. He turns to little Snowball and tells it not to listen to their trash talk. He reassures his pet. He is counting on it for tomorrow's Beast Master qualification exam. One of the bullies, clearly angered, steps forward. This is Jiang Hao from the Jiang family, the second most powerful family in Jiangning City. Z knows he can't afford to mess with a guy like that, not yet, so he keeps his cool. He simply states that they'll see who the real trash is during the exam. His calm response makes Jiang Hao burst into laughter. They all look down on Z and his pet, which they believe is a stuffed animal that can't evolve. They tell him not to even bother showing up to the exam, since it's impossible for him to pass. Just then a woman steps in. It is Ning. She tells Jiang how not to take things too far. The guys turn to her. They tell her they aren't going too far at all. Instead of helping Z, they try to get her to come with them. Z tells Ning to just let it go. There's no point in arguing with them. He knows that when the time is right, they will understand everything. He adds that he needs to visit the pet shop and tells her she can head home first. Later he stands outside the shop. He grumbles to himself about how expensive the evolution materials are. Months of his savings are gone in a single purchase. When he returns, Ning finds him. She tells him her mother invited him over for dinner. He agrees to go. Ning then nervously tucks her hair behind her ear. She asks if he will go with her to the qualification exam tomorrow. He says yes, since he has to take the exam too. His answer makes her incredibly happy. She cheers him on. She wants him to prove himself to Jiang Hao and his crew. He promises her he will. With a final wave, she says goodbye. Back in his room, Z pulls out the materials he bought. He looks at little Snowball and says that leveling up is going to cost a fortune. He presents the items to his pet. Little Snowball happily devours everything. It lets out a satisfied burp, then begins to glow. Lindsay watches, his heart pounding, waiting for the evolution. A blinding light fills the entire room. Fingers begin to materialize, then legs, then hair. When the light finally fades, a small, blue-skinned girl stands before him. She has tiny crystal horns and a cute bunny tail. She may be small, but she radiates an intimidating aura. Her stats now show she is at rank 2, stage 2 with a 0 growth rate. She has also learned 2 new skills, Icicle and Extreme Cold Domain. Continuing on the Queen route, her next evolution is the Snow Maiden. To reach it she needs a 100 growth rate, 20 intermediate ice elemental essences, and 1 heart of ice and snow. Z is absolutely thrilled. The evolution was a massive success. He names his new partner Ice Crystal Spirit. Her strength is unbelievable. She has improved by a whole level. At Pinghai No. 1 Middle School, the average senior student's beast is only rank 1, somewhere between stage 3 and stage 5. But his pet? It has already blasted straight to rank 2. Little Snowball nuzzles up to him. He feels her icy touch. Just getting close is enough to make him shiver. This is a clear sign of her newfound power, and it's way beyond what he ever imagined. The system pops up. Her first evolution is a success. It awards him 100 achievement points and 1 strength crystal. He reflects on his luck. Without the system's tip, no one would have ever dreamed of feeding such expensive materials to a weakling like Snowball. He extracts his rewards, a spirit crystal and a strength crystal. Spirit crystals are essential. They boost spiritual strength, which dictates the number and level of beasts he can contract. Strength crystals are just as vital. They directly juice up his physical fitness, making them extremely valuable. He consumes them both. The power surge is immediate and intense. His physique doubles from 10 to 20. His spirit skyrockets from 0.8 to 18. His spirit power jumps from 80 all the way to 180. He's left with 123 achievement points. The bitter cold is gone, replaced by a constant stream of raw strength flowing through him. He tests his new power. He smashes his fist into a solid wall, leaving a deep crater behind. He knows he doesn't have to fight in person, but being physically strong dramatically increases his odds of survival if danger ever strikes. Little Snowball clings to him. He decides to go all in. He pours every last achievement point into her. Her rank shoots up again. She is now rank 2, stage 4 with a 24 growth rate. With this level of power, Z can already taste the victory. He imagines the shocked faces at the Advanced Association during tomorrow's evaluation. The next morning, Guan Ning meets up with him. She asks if he is ready. He tells her yes, that he is actually looking forward to the exam. She's surprised by his change in attitude. He seems so much more motivated. Before, he wouldn't have even bothered to participate. He just tells her that people change. A couple of girls nearby spot Guan Ning. They recognize her as a top student at Pinghai No. 1 Middle School. They whisper among themselves, wondering why a genius like her is always hanging out with that loser. A blonde girl adds to the gossip. She heard Zhou Hong confess to Guan Ning just yesterday and got rejected. She then scoffs, asking why everyone likes Guan Ning so much. She just can't see what's so special about her. They hear every word. Z knows that his cousin, Guan Ning, is a genius. She's admired by many, but that admiration also brings a lot of jealousy. Guan Ning herself couldn't care less. She asks Z if he really plans to use Little Snowball for the assessment. He says that Snowball should not be underestimated. Guan Ning playfully wraps her arms around his head. She suggests that if they both pass, they should go out and celebrate. There is a store she's wanted to check out for a long time. While they are laughing, someone interrupts. A girl steps forward, yelling at Guan Ning to stop right there. She points a finger and accuses Guan Ning of stealing her boyfriend. Guan Ning's happy expression vanishes. Her face turns cold. She asks the girl who she is and, more importantly, who her boyfriend is. The girl snaps back her boyfriend is Zhou Hong. Guan Ning just remembers him as some hooligan. She makes it clear she has no interest in him. She rejected his confession. But the girl refuses to believe her. She screams that Guan Ning must have seduced him first. Guan Ning decides this isn't worth her time. She turns to leave, but before she can get away, the girl's older brother grabs her shoulder. He is furious that she's ignoring him. He tells her that since she messed with his cousin, he won't be polite. Guan Ning glares back, her eyes burning with intensity. She tells him to let go. Her defiance pushes the man over the edge. He raises his fist, about to strike her. But before the punch can land, Z intercepts it. His arm blocks the attack dead in its tracks. Even Guan Ning is surprised by his speed and strength. The little sister screams at her brother, telling him to stop playing around. After all, everyone knows Z is completely useless. The man sneers. He asks Z if he is trying to be some hero, saving the pretty girl. Z just glares. He delivers a powerful kick. The man is sent stumbling back several steps. Z stands between him and his cousin. He tells the guy that he is Guan Ning's brother. If there's a problem, he should deal with him. The man clenches his jaw, his face twisted in rage. Guan Ning is in shock. She never knew her brother could fight like this. Even Z is surprised. He hadn't expected the physical boost to be this powerful. The man growls that Z is asking for death. He rushes forward, but stops short. His arm begins to glow. A brilliant blue light forms, growing brighter by the second. Z and Guan Ning watch as a massive beast materializes. It is a ghost wolf, rank 2, stage 1. He scoffs at them. They are just 2 high school students. He's sure of victory with his rank 2 ghost wolf. Guan tenses up. Her own pet beast is only rank 1, stage 7. Even with full confidence, her chances of winning are slim to none. But she has to fight just as she's about to summon her beast. He steps in front of her. She's confused. She asks him if he really plans to use little Snowball. He reminds her that any injury she takes could jeopardize her qualification assessment. The girl who started this whole mess just scoffs. She thinks Z is a total joke. He's the biggest nobody in school and he's talking big. Her brother agrees. He orders his ghost wolf to attack. Z calmly summons his own pet beast. A blinding light erupts. The ghost wolf is charging in, but it suddenly freezes mid-pounce. Little Snowball has unleashed its extreme cold domain. Within seconds, the wolf is completely encased in ice, a frozen statue. The bullies are speechless, frozen in shock just like the beast. Even Guan Ning can't believe her eyes. This can't be the same little Snowball. Z calmly explains that little Snowball has evolved. The man screams at his ghost wolf to move. Z continues, his voice steady. Little Snowball is now called Ice Crystal Spirit. As he says the name, the frozen ghost wolf shatters into a million pieces. The man is in utter disbelief. He yells that as a high school student, this beast shouldn't be stronger than rank 1, stage 9. He demands to know how he so easily destroyed his rank 2 pet. His sister, now terrified, nervously asks her brother what to do. The man grits his teeth. He admits he never expected Z to also have a rank 2 high-class pet. They have seriously miscalculated. He decides to cut his losses and turns to leave. But Z's voice stops him dead in his tracks. He asks who said you could go. The siblings both freeze. Little Snowball begins to form razor-sharp icicles. The man's arrogance crumbles instantly. He bows his head, apologizing profusely, admitting he was wrong. Z tells him that he's apologizing to the wrong person. The man quickly turns to Guan Ning and apologizes again. He promises to teach Zhou Hong a lesson himself. His sister is just stunned. She can't believe her brother is being so submissive. Her brother then slaps her across the face. He yells at her for just standing there and orders her to apologize too. Guan Ning has had enough. She tells them to just leave. Z is pleased with his pet's overwhelming victory. He lets the 2 of them go. He watches as the man drags his still shocked sister away. Once they're gone, Guan Ning stares at Z, her mind reeling. She bombards him with questions. How did he beat a rank 2 ghost wolf? Can little Snowball still evolve? He tells her yes, but they are short on time. They can talk about it later. They need to hurry to the qualification exam. At the Imperial Beast Association building, a massive crowd has formed. Everyone is fixated on the giant origin stone. Some people are impressed by its sheer size, while others don't see what's so special about it. Z arrives just as an announcement is being made. This is the last qualification assessment of the year. For some, failure means losing their chance to ever become a Beastmaster. But for the successful ones, it means a ticket to the Imperial Beast Academy and a brand new life. He is determined to be one of the successful ones. A man flanked by guards emerges. He welcomes everyone to the exam. He explains that upon entry, they each received a small bronze medal engraved with the words low, medium, high, and superior. This medal is the key. It grants them access to the origin stone realm. They must now choose the difficulty of the challenge they will face. The harder the challenge, the richer the rewards. He gestures to a large screen. It displays the rewards for each difficulty level. Low difficulty grants a promotion to Apprentice Beastmaster, +1 to Spirit, and a 5 growth rate boost to their beast. Medium difficulty offers +2 to Spirit, +1 to Physique, and a 10 growth boost. High difficulty comes with +3 to Spirit, +2 to Physique, a 20 growth boost, and it unlocks a second pet beast slot. Finally, superior difficulty offers an insane +5 to Spirit, +3 to Physique, a 30 growth boost, and a second pet slot. The examinees are buzzing with excitement. The rewards are incredible. Some are confident and aim high. Others are just hoping to pass the lowest difficulty. Ning asks Z which one he will choose. The examiner offers one last piece of advice. He tells them to choose carefully. This decision will directly impact their future. He urges them to assess their own strength and pick a difficulty that suits them. Ning is deep in thought, weighing her options. Z studies the bronze token. Finally, the results are displayed. 46 people chose low difficulty. 10 chose medium, 1 person chose high, and 1 person chose superior difficulty. A murmur goes through the crowd. Who was reckless enough to choose superior? People start joking that whoever it was must still be half asleep. The thumb resting on the superior difficulty option belongs to Z. The crowd already thinks that this guy has no chance of applying to the Imperial Beast Academy this year. Lin Z holds the bronze token. Ning stares, her eyes wide with disbelief. He actually chose superior difficulty, she warns him. If he fails, he can't apply to the Beastmaster Academy this entire year. He tells her to relax. He assures her he knows exactly what he's doing. Whispers ripple through the crowd. People wonder if he just pressed the wrong button by mistake. The examiner's face darkens. He scolds Z, reminding him he should have chosen more carefully. But Z is unwavering. He says his decision was made after careful thought. The examiner is not impressed. He asks if Z honestly believes he can pass the superior difficulty. Z's answer is firm, of course. The examiner just shakes his head. Young people are always so arrogant. He's given his warning. If Z wants to play with fire, that's on him. Once everyone has locked in their choices, the assessment begins. The participants sit on the floor and a green mist swirls around them. The massive origin stone starts to glow. Shimmering bubbles materialize, enclosing each examinee. While the others focus, the examiner keeps a watchful eye on Lin Z. He finds this kid interesting. Suddenly, Z finds himself in a massive arena. He gets to his feet, scanning his new surroundings. He's clearly inside the virtual realm of the origin stone. Here, any injuries, even death, to him or his beast will have no effect in the real world. Knowing he's safe, Z is ready to unleash his full power. The system pops up. It tells him he has an unclaimed achievement for defeating the ghost wolf. He's thrilled the system works in here too. He claims his reward, getting 100 achievement points and 1 spirit crystal. He uses them immediately. His spirit attribute shoots up from 18 to 28. Little Snowball's growth rate leaps from 24 to 44. Her rank also advances, going from rank 2 stage 1 to rank 2 stage 6. With these upgrades, Z feels even more certain of his victory. He readies himself for the first challenge. Something plummets from the sky. It's a monster, a flame lizard, a fire-type beast at rank 1, stage 7. Zai is a bit confused. He expected the superior difficulty to be much tougher. He's surprised his first opponent is only rank 1. The flame lizard spews a torrent of fire. Zai commands little Snowball to use icicle. She obeys in an instant. The fire and ice collide in a massive explosion. When the smoke settles, the flame lizard is completely frozen solid. Zai grins. His icicle skill is way stronger than he thought. He has cleared the first of 5 levels. A gate appears and creaks open. Out shuffles a mummy-like creature. It's an undead-type bandage monster at rank 1, stage 9. For most students, an opponent at rank 1, stage 9 is a huge challenge. The examiner is watching his every move. Zai defeats the bandage monster with ease. The examiner thinks Zai has just been lucky so far. His opponents have been weak against his ice attributes. He knows the real challenges are still to come. Zai clears the second level and moves on. The next enemy appears. It's a strange-looking beast with wild, glowing eyes. A blight beast, a plant-type monster at rank 2, stage 2. The examiner watches. He assumes Zai's pet is rank 2, stage 1 at best. He is certain Zai cannot pass this round. His opponent is a blight beast, rank 2, stage 2. Zai orders little Snowball to use icicle. The attack barely scratches it. He realizes the beast's tough bark and thick flesh completely block the attack. The monster counter's roots explode from the ground. They wrap around little Snowball, a technique called withered entanglement. Then, it charges straight for her. The examiner smirks. He's convinced this is the end of the line. Even if Zai is strong for a freshman, his luck has run out. But the smug look vanishes from his face. The blight beast hisses in agony. The ground beneath it freezes solid. Zai has activated extreme cold domain. He points out they aren't a one-trick pony. He demands another icicle shot. The blight beast tries to block with its arms. From the examiner's view, the scene is clear. The beast is frozen from the feet up. The ground is a wide circle of crystal. Its arms are pierced by sharp ice spikes. More icicles form behind it. The beast groans in pain as the spears dig into its body. It collapses. Zai has cleared the 3rd level, only 2 more to go. Meanwhile, back in the exam hall, an examinee wakes up. He's back from the virtual realm. He curses, frustrated. He was so close to beating the test beast. Another examinee starts to cry, devastated after failing again. Even the lowest difficulty is a major hurdle. The 5th level has a tough rank 1, stage 6 beast. One examinee, though, is beaming. He celebrates, now officially an apprentice beastmaster. The room is a mix of emotions, but all heads turn as someone shouts about a vicious claw beast. They all look at the origin stones display. They see a rank 2 pet beast. A wave of confusion spreads. Why would such a strong monster appear in an apprentice assessment? Then they see Zai. He's the one who chose superior difficulty. They realize he just cleared the 4th level. The final round begins. The other examinees watch, whispering. They wonder how he is so strong. One of them knows all the top students from the local high school. He insists there is no one like this among them. Guan Ning wakes up from the virtual realm. She's happy. She has passed and is now an apprentice beastmaster. Her first thought is of Zai. She wonders how he's doing. She sees the crowd gathered around the origin stone and walks over, curious. She sees her brother has passed the 4th level of superior difficulty. The crowd collectively holds its breath. The final monster is about to be revealed. A saber-toothed lion appears. It's a beast-type monster, rank 2, stage 5. The crowd gasps. They believe it's impossible. No newcomer can defeat something this strong. Zai, however, welcomes the challenge. He launches an icicle. But the lion is incredibly fast. Dodges with ease. He is taken aback by its speed. The saber-toothed lion counters with a saber-claw assault. Little Snowball's back is grazed. A chip flying from her icy body. The examiner leans forward, watching closely. He admits to himself that Zai is strong. But this, he believes, is his limit. Zai understands the situation. Even though Ice Crystal Spirit is a stage higher, battles are not decided by stage alone. Attributes, conditions, environment, and strategy are all critical factors. Right now, little Snowball is weakened after 4 straight fights. The saber-toothed lion is a master of unknown combat. Its speed and strength are far superior. This is going to be a tough fight. If this keeps up, he might actually lose. He knows he has to wait to find the perfect opportunity. He watches intently. He finds his opening. As the saber-toothed lion lunges, Ice Crystal Spirit unleashes its icicle. The lion and little Snowball both collapse. The crowd is stunned. Confused, is it a tie? But then, unexpectedly, the saber-toothed lion starts to stir. The examiner is shocked. A tie? With a rank 2, stage 5 saber-toothed lion? He realizes Lin Zhe's beast must be at least rank 2, stage 5. He's amused the kid had a trick up his sleeve. He recalls Zhe's earlier confidence. He was serious when he said he had considered his choice carefully. The saber-toothed lion lets out a ferocious roar. Little Snowball is back on her feet, glaring at the beast. She fires off another barrage of icicles. They freeze its claws, but that's it. The lion shatters the ice beneath its feet. She remembers something. The saber-toothed lion is originally from extremely cold regions. It has a natural resistance to ice. He can feel his own attacks being suppressed. A system prompt flashes: new achievement unlocked. The pet's cumulative skill usage has reached 10. Reward 100 achievement points. Pet beast skill unlocking function activated. He wonders what this new function is. The system displays a list of new skills. Arctic chains, a control skill that weaves ice into powerful chains to bind a target. It requires a 40 growth rate and 50 achievement points to unlock. Next is Ice Shield, a defensive skill that creates a freely controlled shield of ice. It needs a 60 growth rate and 50 achievement points. The last is Frost Nova, an area effect attack that unleashes a devastating ice explosion. This one requires an 80 growth rate and 100 achievement points. Zay is amazed he can actually add more skills. He knows most beasts are limited to 2 basic skills. The more skills he has, the more tactical options he has. Icicle is his main attack, but it's more about control. Extreme Cold Realm has a large area effect and some damage, but it's not a powerhouse. What he needs right now is a strong, single-target control technique. He chooses Arctic Chains. Just as he makes his decision, the saber-toothed lion lunges. But before it can connect, a blue mist surrounds them. Zay uses his remaining points to level up little Snowball. Ice Crystal Spirit is now rank 2, stage 7. Her growth rate is up to 54. A bright light floods the arena. The crowd is baffled. What is that light? They realize it's a level up. Their jaws drop. How is that possible? They didn't see him use any materials. And leveling up in the middle of a losing battle? That's unheard of. They know something is off. Zay taunts the lion. Then he tells little Snowball to test out the Arctic chains. Thick ice chains erupt, wrapping around the saber-toothed lion. It's completely immobilized. It whimpers, struggling against the chains. Zay sees his chance. He unleashes Icicle. The powerful attack hits its mark. The crowd is bewildered. They wonder what new skill that was. The examiner is in disbelief. How can his pet use 3 skills? They all watch, captivated. The icicles pierce the lion's thick hide. It's tough, but not tough enough. He's ready to go again, but the lion collapses. A notification appears: level cleared. He has passed the superior difficulty apprentice assessment. Guan Ning screams with joy. He actually did it. The other examinees can't believe it. Some of them accuse him of cheating, of bribing the examiner. The examiner himself is stunned. He didn't see that coming. He's seen a lot of talented young beastmasters, but he's never seen an unknown kid come out of nowhere and become an overnight star like this. Zay's physique jumps from 2 to 5. His spirit shoots from 28 to 78. His level is now apprentice. He has 780 spirit power, but no spirit technique yet. He has 3 achievement points left. Ice Crystal Spirit is now rank 3, stage 1 with an 84 growth rate. She has 3 skills. Icicle, Arctic Domain, and Arctic Chain. Zay is impressed. The superior difficulty rewards are incredible. The system notifies him he can now contract a second pet beast. He starts thinking about what kind of pet to get. He'll have to visit a pet shop soon. For passing the assessment, he gets another 209 achievement points and 1 spirit stone. The examiner informs him that the rewards have been distributed. He can now exit the trial. He opens his eyes. Everyone is staring at him. They swamp him with questions. In an instant, he's the center of attention. Then he feels a hug from behind. It's Guan Ning. She is overjoyed for him. The examiner approaches Zay. He tells him his performance was amazing. He takes back what he said before. He admits Zay's confidence wasn't arrogance, it came from real strength. Everyone is stunned. The examiner is actually apologizing to a student. Then the examiner makes Zay an offer. He invites him to join the Beast Tamers Association. He promises him a position as a reserve officer with generous benefits. This won't conflict with his application to the Imperial Beast Academy. And after graduation, he will immediately be promoted to the title of Association Deacon. The room is silent. Everyone's jaw is on the floor. Guan Ning urges Zay to agree quickly. This is an incredible opportunity. Only the top graduates from the Imperial Beast Academy are even eligible to take the test to join. She tells him the competition is as fierce as 1,000 soldiers trying to cross a single bridge. Zay weighs the offer. If he agrees, his 4 years of living expenses and tuition will be covered. Everyone will look up to him. But he knows there's no such thing as a free lunch. The more you get, the more you have to give back. And the Beast Tamers Association is full of rules. He doesn't want to give up his freedom just yet. He respectfully declines. He thanks the examiner for the offer but says he wants to make his own plans after graduation. Another student tries to jump on the offer, asking if he can take Zay's place. The examiner ignores him completely. He knows he is smart. With his current growth rate, he will be hundreds of times stronger in the future. Then he'll be able to demand much better benefits than this small initial offer. He doesn't push. Instead, he tells Zay to find him anytime if he changes his mind. He gives him his name card, Xinwen. As he and Guan Ning are leaving, they are stopped. 2 girls from a neighboring class, Lu Xiaoyun and Zhang Xiaoyun, run up to them. Xiaoyun immediately asks for Zay's contact information. Xiaoyun shoves her phone at Zay, asking him to add her as a friend. She tells him they've liked him from the start and want to hang out in the future. Guan Ning is clearly annoyed by this. Zay tells them they have to go, but Xiaoyun insists he adds her first. Zay and Guan Ning just make a run for it. As they are leaving, Zay gets a message. He's been summoned to the teacher's office. His teacher is a striking woman with pink hair. She's heard he passed the superior difficulty trial. He confirms it, and she leaps from her chair and gives him a huge hug. She says she always knew he had it in him. His only memory of her is of her chasing him with a whip after he got ad. After the hug, she explains why she called him. She gives him a book, the Basic Spirit Techniques Collection. It covers all the fundamental spirit cultivation methods. It's a required course for apprentice beastmasters, and she thinks he should get a head start. She explains that spirit techniques are just as important as taming beasts. A master can even kill ferocious beasts without relying on their pets. The techniques can also be used to protect the beastmaster in battle. Zay is excited. He thanks her and says he'll start practicing right away. She tells him to come to her if he ever runs into any problems. Back home, Z opens the book. The first technique is Spirit Guardian. It creates a 360-degree shield of spirit power. He believes the early bird gets the worm. He'll master the basics now, then focus on advanced courses once he's in the academy. 10 minutes later, he's in a meditative state. When he opens his eyes, they are glowing yellow. A barrier of light forms around him. He's already mastered it. An average person would take days, even months, to learn a new technique. He did it in 10 minutes. He realizes his 78 spirit constitution is incredibly useful. The system confirms his mastery. He is rewarded with 100 achievement points, bringing his total to 350. He immediately spends 50 to upgrade Spirit Guardian. He's pleased the system even works on spirit techniques. Lin Z has a lot of achievement points now. He's determined to level up his skills to protect himself and others. After another upgrade, his Spirit Guardian is now level 3. He can feel the difference. The protective shield is thicker, bigger. It's large enough to cover 3 or 4 people. He checks his remaining spirit power. 770. He realizes that using Spirit Guardian only costs 10 points. With his current max of 780, that means he can cast it 78 times. He remembers the Spirit Stone he got as a reward. He hasn't used it yet. He decides to use it now. His spirit stat jumps from 78 to 88. His spirit power increases from 780 to 880. With all this power, just having a shield feels like a waste. So he opens his book again, ready to learn more. He reads about 2 new techniques, Spirit Arrow and Spirit Impact. Night falls, but he is still practicing. He opens his eyes, extends his hand, and a Spirit Arrow flies out. It costs him 10 spirit power. Next, he tries the Spirit Impact. He takes a stance, fist clenched, and throws a powerful punch. This one costs 30 spirit power. The punch smashes a hole in the wall. He's shocked by its power. The system chimes in. He successfully learned 3 spirit skills. His reward is 1 spirit replenishing potion. The potion can instantly restore all his spirit power. It's an incredible item. He knows he has to save it for a critical moment. He then uses 100 achievement points to upgrade both Spirit Arrow and Spirit Impact to level 2, leaving him with 150. He saves the rest for emergencies. His next plan is to make some money and get a second pet beast. The next day, he's at the mission center, standing in front of a mission board. This is his first time taking a mission for money. With his current strength, he figures he can handle any ordinary mission. He scans the options: expel ghost dragonflies near Yongshan village for a reward of 20,000. Kill the fierce eagle over Highway 302 for 30,000. Clean up devils in Looming Lake for 10,000. And clean up Death Toll beetles at Death Toll Canyon for 40,000. Naturally, he picks the one with the highest reward. The machine then informs him that since he's just an apprentice beastmaster, he's been assigned 3 teammates for safety. The reward will be split equally. Zay is furious. He feels cheated. He knows he could have handled it himself. He's instructed to be at Death Toll Canyon before 2 p.m. When he arrives, he greets the first person he sees, a man with green and black hair. The man gives him a cold look. He complains that he's been waiting a long time for a kid who hasn't even graduated yet. This is Zhang Lei, a low-level beastmaster. Another man with long hair, Zhao Mingshan, asks why a rookie was even assigned to them. A woman in a crop top, Wang Shuiyun, tells them not to scare him. She then calls Z over. Zay politely says that he hasn't graduated yet and that hell try not to be a burden. Mingshan scoffs at Shuiyun, calling her a love-struck fool. He tells her to get serious. This mission might be harder than they think, and he doesn't want her to get herself killed. She just clicks her tongue. Mingshan, the temporary captain, lays down the rules. At the mission site, everyone must follow his orders. He tells Z he'll be getting a smaller share of the reward. Zay thinks to himself that these are the people who couldn't get into the Imperial Beast Academy. He sees Mingshan as a guy who just gets by on the half-baked skills he learned in middle school. He replies that the reward should be based on the work done. The more he contributes, the more he should get. Mingshan calls him a sensible kid. With that, they head into the canyon. They find a large pit. Monster bugs start crawling out. There are tons of them. Mingshan orders them to plug the hole and kill the beetles. He summons his horned rhinoceros, a rank 2 stage 5 beast. Lei summons his windcutter mantis, a rank 2 stage 6 bug type. Shuiyun tells OEI to watch her closely as she summons her fear wasp, a rank 2 stage 5 bug. Zay decides to hang back. He wants to see what his teammates can do before he jumps into the fight. The bugs swarm out of the pit. Mingshan orders his rhino to charge. The beast unleashes its wild rush skill, plowing through the insects. Lei joins in his mantis slices through the bugs. Some of the flying bugs surround the mantis, but Shuyan's wasp shoots a poison needle, immobilizing them on the ground. Lei, impressed with their performance, turns to the newcomer. He brags that the three of them make a great team. He tells Zay to just stay back and cheer them on. Mingshan adds that if Zay still wants his share, he'll have to pay a tuition fee first. Shuayun, however, says she'll share a little of her reward. She tells him to stay behind her and keep himself safe. But the poison bugs are already starting to recover. In Zay's mind, their flashy attacks are useless. They are no real threat to the massive insect swarm. Suddenly, a high-pitched shriek cuts through the air. Shuyun is startled. What was that? The bugs go berserk. A massive colony surges out, attacking with renewed fury. Lei panics. He sees a new beetle crawling out of the hole. Its horns are different. It's calling for backup. Zay wonders if a death-toll beetle king is hiding inside. The bugs swarm Mingshan's rhino, biting and clawing. They pin Lei's mantis to the ground. Shuayun yells at them to recall their pets before they're killed. Zay tells them it's no use. That shriek has a paralyzing effect. Their beasts can no longer hear their commands. Shuayun panics. Lei grabs Zay by the collar, yelling at him for not warning them sooner. He calls him trash, only good for sarcastic comments. Zay calmly replies that they should be worried about their own safety, not their pets. More beetles are closing in. They watch in terror. Mingshan yells at them to run. This isn't an ordinary mission. The bugs chase after him. They are almost on him. He knows he can't escape. But then, a barrier of light surrounds them. Zay has used Spirit Guardian. Lei is stunned. That's a spirit technique. Only students from the Imperial Beast Academy are supposed to have those. He asks how a high school student can do that. Zay tells them to stop talking and watch carefully. Lei is speechless. Zay then summons little Snowball. The others are shocked. They have never seen a pet beast like this before. Zay knows these beetles are at most rank 1, stage 7. Their only advantage is their numbers. His team has no wide-range area of effect skills. There's no way for them to win. But his rank 3 ice crystal spirit? It specializes in large-scale destruction. Little Snowball unleashes its Arctic domain. All the bugs are instantly frozen. Zay tells the three of them to retrieve their pets on one condition. They have to give up all their rewards. Mingshan agrees. He just wants to get his beast and get out of there safely. Lei is still furious. He can't believe a rookie is threatening them. He sarcastically asks if he thinks he's Lin Zi, the legendary candidate who passed the superior difficulty test. Zay simply replies, I am Lin Zi. Zai Weiyan immediately believes him. It makes sense. She's been wondering how a high school student could be this strong. She pleads with him to save their pets. But Lei is still skeptical. He tells Z to just unfreeze their beasts so they can leave. Mingshan has had enough. He punches Lei in the face, calling him an idiot. He tells him that with the power Z has shown, he doesn't need to prove anything else. Mingshan admits they were just too blind to see his true strength. The ice is starting to melt. Zay tells them time is running out. The beetles are about to thaw. He tells them to grab their pets and go, before the entire swarm wakes up. Zai Weiyan asks him what he's going to do. The bugs are only temporarily frozen, not dead. He scoffs and tells them that to win you have to capture the king. Lei's eyes go wide. He realizes Z is planning to go down into the pit. Zay tells them to hurry. Then he jumps in. He lands safely. It's pitch black, but he can see everything perfectly. He figures the boost to his physical fitness must have enhanced his eyesight too. The beetles scuttle towards him. He defends with a spirit impact. The bugs are thrown back, crashing into the barrier. He then finishes them off with a single punch. Their bodies disintegrate. Some bugs get stuck in the cracks of his shield. He knows there are too many of them. No matter how much spirit power he has, he can't hold them off like this forever. The bugs claw at the barrier. Zay remembers his achievement points. He has 150 left. That's just enough to learn the remaining skills. With that, his pet beast masters Ice Shield and Frost Nova. Its eyes glow an eerie red. With its own shield, little Snowball can move freely, no longer tied to his spirit guardian. Frost Nova is exactly what he needs for a large area attack. But he needs to gather the surrounding ice elements first. ITLL work perfectly with Arctic Domain. He drops the barrier and has little Snowball use Arctic Domain. The beetles are instantly frozen. With the beast on its own, he raises his spirit guardian again. Then he orders his pet to use Frost Nova. Little Snowball creates a small point of light on its finger. The beetles swarm his shield. Then, little Snowball unleashes the Frost Nova. Everything around them is obliterated. The system tells him he's killed 50 death toll beetles. His own shield shatters. He's happy the attack is incredibly powerful. The output is explosive. He checks his stats. Ice Crystal Spirit is now rank 3 stage 2. Her growth rate is up to 89. Her next stage is the Snow Lady. She's now mastered Icicle, Arctic Domain, Arctic Chains, and Frost Nova. Zay is glad that beasts can gain experience through battles. This place is full of bugs, so it's the perfect spot for leveling up. At this rate, he thinks little Snowball will evolve to her next stage today. Suddenly, a loud roar echoes from deeper within the pit. More beetles appear. He knows the king must be close. Meanwhile, outside the pit, his former teammates are catching their breath. Shuiyun says they need to report the danger of this mission, or Zay will be in trouble. Lei snaps at her. Why does she care about a kid who willingly jumped to his death? Just then, a man approaches. He asks if this is the mission point for the death toll beetles. This is Luoda, a bronze beastmaster. Mingshan replies yes, the mission point is ahead. But he advises the man not to go. Then they see the badge. Their jaws drop. A bronze beastmaster. The beastmaster badge, issued by the Beast Tamer Association, is divided into ranks. Bronze beastmasters make up the top 30 of beastmasters in the world. Silver beastmasters are the top 12. And gold beastmasters are the absolute elite, only the top 3 in the world. The man introduces himself. He is Luoda, a bronze beastmaster. He informs them that the association noticed the mission's difficulty had changed. That's why they sent him to clean up this mess. Shuiyun is ecstatic. She's sure that with him on their side, they can definitely handle it. She asks him to take her along. He places his hand under her chin. He tells her since she wants to see his performance so much, hell allow it. But he points to the other two. They are not qualified to go. They are visibly relieved. They didn't want to go back in there anyway. Meanwhile, deep inside the cave, the system congratulates Z. He has unlocked the Beast Slayer achievement. As a reward, he gets an explosive seed card. It can instantly upgrade one of his pets by a full rank for 60 seconds. He never knew such an achievement even existed. He compares it to the Human Slayer title. The rewards for this achievement are huge. He collects them immediately. Ice Crystal Spirit upgrades to rank 3 stage 3. Her growth rate is now at 94. This means his pet beast is just one step away from evolution. A loud sound echoes through the cavern, catching his attention. He knows the king is about to appear. When it finally emerges, he's shocked by its massive size. According to the mission details, the death toll beetle crisis started just a week ago. This means this massive creature must have evolved very recently. It lets out a piercing roar. The system flashes a warning of extreme danger. The beast is a death toll striker and armored bug type at rank 4 stage 1. Despite the immense danger, Z refuses to run. If he retreats now, he won't get a single penny. He is determined to try his best. Suddenly, a massive golem drops from the ceiling right behind V. It lands with a heavy thud, followed by Luoda, carrying Shuiyun in his arms. She is relieved to see Z is okay. He asks her why she's back. Luoda is confused. He wonders why another person is down here. He tells Z to stand back. This place is far too dangerous for him. He identifies the monster. It's the Death Toll Striker, the legendary king of the Death Toll Beetles. He explains that this rank 4 beast only appears once in tens of thousands of beetles. and it has the power to control the entire insect swarm. Luoda knew this creature was the source of all the trouble. He prepares to face it, telling the others to just watch him handle it. But Z grabs the hem of his clothing. He tells him this boss belongs to him. Luoda is furious. He asks the kid if he even knows who he is. The death toll striker roars again. He tries to attack Luoda, but his golem blocks the strike. Luoda demands to know who Z thinks he is to talk to him like that. His golem is a giant rock monster, a rock type at rank 3, stage 9. The death toll striker fights back. It swings one of its massive claws, but Z restrains it using his Arctic chains. He introduces himself to Luoda. Luoda asks if he's the one who passed the superior level trial. He recognizes his skill but informs him that he is on a different level. He is someone who has cleared the bronze level trial. Z doesn't seem to care much. This just annoys Luoda. Shuyun yells at them to stop arguing. There's danger right behind them. The death toll striker breaks free from the ice. Luoda decides to show Z the true gap between their skills. He uses a spirit technique called Strengthen. With that power up, the current strength of his giant rock monster is at rank 4, stage 2. Z is surprised. He never knew a spirit technique like that even existed. The golem jumps into the air and slams down on the beetle using its rock arm earthquake skill. After the attack, the beetle doesn't move. Luoda has a smug look on his face. He boasts that being able to comprehend high-level spirit techniques is something not everyone can do. That, he says, is the gap between them. The death toll striker hisses with rage. It attacks using a piercing horn strike. The death toll striker has gone berserk. Its combat power is now equivalent to rank 4, stage 3. A huge danger. Luoda grits his teeth. This thing is incredibly hard to deal with. Z and little Snowball attack at the same time. Z's spirit impact smashes into the striker's back, leaving a dent. It roars and turns its attention to him. Z braces himself. As it charges, he tries to bind it with Arctic chains. But the beast shatters them with ease. Z is momentarily stunned. The beetle lunges at him. But the golem intercepts, grabbing the massive bug. Luoda says that makes them even. But the striker effortlessly swats the golem aside, crashes into the cave wall and collapses. Shuyun is panicking. This bug is too powerful. She's sure they're all going to die. Luoda suggests they run, figure things out later. But Z refuses to leave. He's going to stay and kill it. Luoda calls him crazy. He shouts that even his strengthened giant rock monster couldn't do anything to it. Z just points out what Luoda said before, that the real difference between them is his advanced enhancement techniques. Luoda confirms it, then asks Z what he's thinking. Z uses his explosive seed card. A golden light envelopes him and little Snowball. They are strengthened. Luoda is in disbelief. Z can use strengthening techniques too? He thinks it's impossible. Meanwhile, a powerful aura erupts from little Snowball. Its eyes glow an intense pink. Luoda is completely overwhelmed by his power. He wonders who this kid really is. The system notifies Z that the rank 4, stage 3 power-up will only last for 60 seconds. But with his spirit techniques helping, he thinks that will be enough. The beetle attacks. Z easily anticipates it and ensnares it in Arctic chains. As ice crystal spirit's level increases, the strength of her skills also increases. But he knows he can't hold it for long. So, he focuses on pure output. He unleashes a powerful spirit impact. He has 40 seconds left. The attack sends the death toll striker reeling. Luoda, concerned, yells at Z to stop. If he keeps overdrawing his life and spirit power like this, he'll die. But Z tells him not to worry. He's only used half his spirit power. Luoda screams that it's impossible. Shuyun calls him a genius. For the first time, she believes they might actually be able to kill this thing. The death toll striker lets out a furious hiss. Z unleashes Frost Nova. The force of the attack is so intense that it throws Shuyun off her balance. Luoda is in awe of the raw power. The death toll striker is heavily damaged. He says that it's no wonder he's never seen a pet like this before. Shuyun asks him what he means. He explains that in ancient times, mythical beasts fought alongside humans. The 5 top elemental beasts were gathered to end a chaotic war. After that, they all disappeared. He speculates that Z's pet could be one of them. Z now has only 30 seconds left. It's time to end this. He gathers his energy, preparing for the final blow. The bug tries to escape, but Z is too fast. He blasts it from behind, and the system confirms the kill. Shuyun cheers for him. Luoda is a bit annoyed that Z stole his spotlight. The effect of the explosive seed card wears off, and little Snowball starts to sway. Z catches his pet, praising its hard work. The system announces that little Snowball is now rank 3, stage 5, with a 100 growth rate. She is ready to evolve, she just needs advanced ice crystal evolution materials. Little Snowball is exhausted, so Z decides to let her rest before talking about evolution. Then the system rewards him for the boss kill, 500 achievement points, a revival potion, and 10 advanced ice crystal evolution materials. Z is thrilled. The system is even giving him the evolution materials. Luoda puts a hand on Z's shoulder. He has a request. He wants to take the credit for killing the death toll striker. Shuyun is disgusted. Z was the one who defeated it, but Luoda offers him 10 what Z considers it. He knows Luoda was sent by the Beast Tamers Association. If he fails this mission, it will hurt his evaluation and future promotions. He cares a lot about succeeding. Z also knows that 10 watts is a lot of money. It's more than enough to buy a nice second pet. But he doesn't agree right away. He wants to see if he can get a better deal. Luoda sweetens the offer. He tells him that 10 watts is half a year's savings for him. And on top of the full mission reward Z is already getting, he'll have an extra 5 watts. He promises to owe Z a favor and urges him to take the deal. Z likes the sound of a favor. Favors can be priceless. They shake on it and Luoda wires him the money. As soon as the deal is done, Z spots something behind Luoda. A large bird is peeking out from the hole in the ceiling. A man beside it. They are both surprised. The man jumps down. It's Shuyun. As he adjusts his coat, Shuyun spots his silver badge. She's ecstatic. She's actually meeting a legendary silver beastmaster. Shuyun greets Z. They meet again. Z just says hi. Luoda is surprised. He knows Lord He. Shuyun confirms Luoda's name and assumes the mission is complete. Luoda reports that the mission was a success, with no one injured. Shuyun knows the striker was a rank 4 beast, and he remembers Z's pet being only rank 2. He assumes it was a team effort with Luoda as the main force. He then apologizes to Z for the second time. He explains that the Beast Tamers Association made a mistake. They misclassified a difficult mission as an ordinary one. He admits that this kind of negligence erodes the trust of the Beastmasters, and he sincerely hopes Z can forgive them. Z tells him it doesn't matter, that Luoda protected them well. Luoda is flattered. Shuyun just stays quiet. Shuyun then offers Z 10 watts as compensation for the mix-up. He adds that they will also be taking the monster's body for research. Luoda is jealous. Z is making a lot of money. Z accepts the offer. He knows it's more than just compensation. It's hush money. Refusing it could be dangerous. Shuyun knows Z is in urgent need of money for his second pet. This is an investment in him. He transfers the money. Shuyun then tells Z that if he ever needs anything, he can always come to him for help. With that, he grabs the massive beetle, throws it over his shoulder, and leaves. Z is shocked by his strength. After that, Z and the others leave as well. On the way out, Luoda mentions that Z made 20 watts today. Z reminds him of the favor. Luoda assures him he will never forget it. Then he says goodbye. Shuyun reflects on the day. She didn't expect to meet 2 incredible people. The trip was definitely worth it. It has motivated her to get stronger. She tells Z that when she is as strong as him, she hopes they can do missions together. Z encourages her, telling her that anything is possible. Walking through the city, Z figures that 20 watts should be more than enough to buy a upgrade pet. He steps into a pet shop and is greeted by a saleswoman. He tells her he's looking to buy a pet, and she leads him down to a large room filled with various beasts. She tells him to take his time. He quickly notices that in a regular store like this, grade is the best they've got. He uses his system to check a few of them out. A bone snake with no hidden evolution route. A mushroom child also with no hidden route. Then he finds a flame imp with a hidden evolution route. The raging flame ghost, but he knows that even with a hidden route, it's not on the same level as a king-grade pet like the Snow Queen from Snowball's hidden path. The saleswoman flatters him on his good eye, telling him the flame imp is a rare, elite grade pet priced at a steep 16 watts. He's a bit shocked at the price, but she explains that it includes the evolution materials. Still, he decides to keep looking. It occurs to him that little Snowball was rated as an F-class pet that supposedly couldn't evolve. He realizes that these ratings, made by experts from the Beast Taming Association, are based on their limited knowledge and aren't always accurate. Suddenly, the system detects a king-grade pet nearby. He follows the notification and finds a small, familiar-looking stone monster. Its normal evolution path leads to the giant rock monster, a tank that excels in power and defense. But its hidden evolution route is the rock god, an ancient path that unlocks a divine power over rock and earth. Its next form is the rock ghost, requiring a 100 growth rate, 20 intermediate earth element essences, and 500 grams of undead powder. Zay now knows why it looks so familiar. This is what Luoda's giant rock monster evolved from, but his had just followed the common evolution path. He bets that Luoda had no idea this little guy had the potential to become a god. He thinks about how his ice crystal pet is a burst and control type like a mage. This stone monster would be the perfect warrior type to complement it. The saleswoman tells him the little stone monster is a popular choice. It's easy to care for, a decent fighter, and its evolution materials are cheap. She offers it to him for 8 watts. He takes the deal. He then tells her he also needs the evolution materials for its hidden path. The woman is confused. She tells him those materials won't make it evolve, and that the intermediate earth element essence is very expensive to waste on a grade pet. Zay just says it's a gift. His account balance plummets, leaving him with only 20,000. The materials cost more than the pet itself. The saleswoman gives him a seal pearl for the contract. The system confirms the successful contract with his second pet beast, rewarding him with 300 achievement points. It's dark by the time he gets home. He lays out the materials on the floor and summons his new pet. First, he needs to get its growth rate up to 100. With 800 achievement points, he spends 220 to upgrade the stone monster to rank 2, stage 2, reaching a 100 growth rate. He thinks the little guy looks a bit dumb, but knows it's secretly a god-level pet. He tells it to eat the evolution materials, and it eagerly devours them. But when it gets to the undead powder, it shakes its head, refusing to eat it. Zay is annoyed. The powder was expensive, and he can't believe his new pet is a picky eater. It throws a little tantrum, waving its arms in protest. Suddenly, a bright blue light appears. Little Snowball is out, and it's glaring at the new pet, who is now completely spooked. He is happy to see his first pet is recovering well. The stone monster, however, is not happy. It tries to attack little Snowball but gets a quick bonk on the head for its trouble, leaving a big bump. Starts crying and he just sighs. This is going to be a real headache. Under little Snowball's intense supervision, the stone pet is forced to eat the undead powder. Its face twists in a disgusted expression. The taste is clearly terrible. But a moment later, its eyes start to glow a fierce red. Its growth rate hits 100. A swirling black light erupts from its small body. It grows taller, its shape twisting and reforming into a bipedal monster. Its new evolved form is the Rock Ghost, a powerful combination of rock and ghost types. The system shows it is at rank 2, stage 9 with a 0 growth rate. Its skills now include Earth Spikes, Stone Bullet Throw, and a Crushing Impact. The Divine Route shows its next evolution. To become an Earth Spirit, it will need a 100 growth rate and a high-grade Earth Elemental Essence. Zay feels a bit sorry for Luota. He never knew that the stone monster could evolve into this. The Rock Ghost lets out a loud hiss. He demands to know what it is doing. Without warning, it stomps the ground, making sharp earth spikes shoot up from the floor. Little Snowball leaps into the air to dodge the attack. The rock pet is itching for a fight. Little Snowball responds by covering the area in a freezing mist, and the rock pet is caught off guard. It activates its ice shield just as the rock pet attacks. He starts to panic about his apartment wall getting destroyed. He lectures his new beast. Friendly sparring is one thing, but if it disobeys his orders, he will teach it the rules. The system flashes a notification. The current ice crystal soul has met the conditions for evolution. He is ready to show the rock ghost who is the real boss in this house. The system consumes 10 advanced ice crystal evolution materials. Little Snowball begins to change. A blinding light fills the room. The system then consumes another 10 evolution materials. The evolution is successful. It becomes the Snow Maiden, now at rank 4 stage 1 with a 0 growth rate. Her skills have also been upgraded. Icicle is now Ice Shower, raining down a waterfall of ice blades for wide area damage. Ice Shield has become Ice Crystal Mirror, which can now rebound attacks. An Arctic Domain is now Blizzard, a more powerful storm that increases damage and duration. He can't believe even her skills leveled up. The rock pet takes a deep breath, but its feet are suddenly frozen to the floor. He orders the Snow Maiden to use her ice shower. A torrent of sharp ice rains down on the rock pet. It can do nothing but submit to her power. He tells the rock pet that since he signed the contract, he is its master and it must obey him completely. He warns it that if it doesn't change its defiant nature, he will not hesitate to kill it. He asks if it understands. The little monster nods its head intensely. He warns it to never pull a stunt like that again. Just as the chaos settles, the doorbell rings. Someone outside is demanding he open the door. A tall, muscular guy towers over him, his face red with anger. He points at his destroyed wall. Zay apologizes, explaining that he was just working out and he'll pay for the damages. The man is not having it. He shouts that this is not the first or second time this has happened, and demands compensation for his mental damages as well. The total comes out to 30. What Zay's jaw drops. The man gives him a 3-day deadline. He grabs Zay's collar and threatens him, but stops mid-sentence. The shadow of the rock ghost looms over him. It raises its massive stone arm, ready to smash him. The man freezes in terror. Just before the punch lands, Zay orders it to stop. The guy is sweating profusely. He asks in a shaky voice if that monster is his pet. The rock ghost lets out a low hiss. Zay apologizes, saying his pet's training must have scared him. The rock ghost glares at the man. Zay then asks about the compensation. The terrified neighbor immediately changes his tune. He stammers that they can just forget about it, making a pathetic excuse that a man of character doesn't sweat the small stuff. After all the commotion, the pet beasts finally settle down for the night. Little Snowball lays on the bed right next to Zay, while the rock pet beast sits quietly on the floor. The next morning, he is jolted awake by the sound of his phone. It's Guan Ning calling with her special ringtone. She reminds him that today is the entrance exam for the Jiangning Imperial Beast Academy. Hearing this, he turns completely pale. Guan Ning calls him an idiot and tells him to meet her at the school gate. Now, a little while later he arrives and she's there waiting. But the rest of the crowd gives him dirty looks, annoyed that he's late for something so important. His homeroom teacher greets him with a light punch. She knows he slept in, he just says he's been tired lately. She then whispers, asking if he's practiced his spirit techniques, and he just nods. Guan Ning watches them from a distance. The teacher then gathers all the students for a final pep talk. She tells them they are the elites of Pinghai No. 1 Middle School. She warns them that the entrance exam for the Jiangning Imperial Beast Academy will be much more challenging, but she hopes they all do their best. She assures them that no matter what happens, they will always be her good students. The students are all fired up, ready to give it their all, including 11. He's even aiming for the top spot. On the bus, Guan Ning sits next to him and asks what he's been up to. He hasn't replied to any of her messages. He admits he's been so busy lately he forgot to even check them. Guan Ning then shares that her fierce magic bird has successfully evolved. He is genuinely impressed. With a stronger beast, He knows she'll have no problem with the exam. They finally arrive in Jiangning City. Guan Ning, excited to see the city, gets up and leans across him to look out the window. But in doing so, her chest is right in his face and he starts to blush. When she notices his expression, she gets embarrassed and quickly sits back down. A couple of girls nearby, Cyan and Xiaoyun, see the whole thing and start to giggle. The academy is breathtaking. A student remarks that getting into a school like this would make his life worth it. Suddenly, someone tells them to make way. A group of students walks through the crowd, led by Li Pingyun. He announces that 17 students from Qingping High School have arrived. Then another group appears. Tan Yong announces that 21 students from Zhangxiao No 3 Middle School are here to report. Standing beside him is Gui Xinyi, a pink-haired girl blowing a bubble of gum. Cyan cheers for Guan Ning, their class leader. Guan Ning glances over at Z, who gives her a quick thumbs up for encouragement. She then announces that 2 students from Pinghai No 1 Middle School have come to report. A student from another school scoffs, calling them hillbillies because Pinghai is more remote than the other cities. With all the students gathered, a man suddenly jumps down from a nearby statue. His name is Qin He. He compliments their energy and introduces himself as the teacher in charge of registration. He congratulates them all for passing the trial, but warns them not to get too excited. He explains that the Academy's exam is on a whole other level. Based on previous years, the elimination rate is a staggering 80. That means only 10 people from this entire group will actually be admitted. The other students start to worry, assuming that those who pass the lower difficulty trials will be the first to go. A student from another school snidely remarks that no one from Pinghai has a chance. Cyan starts to get visibly annoyed. Tan Yong asks Gui Xinyi who she thinks will pass, besides the 2 of them. She scans the crowd. She points out Pingyun, saying he looks strong. Then her eyes land on Jo a little weird. She comments. Tan Yong asks her what's wrong. She says it's nothing, just that she finds Zhe's strength completely unfathomable. Tan Yong scoffs, dismissing him as a country bumpkin. He confidently tells her that Pinghai No 1 Middle School is a whole level below theirs, so there's nothing to worry about. He then instructs everyone to check into the Academy's hotel. He tells them to rest up and prepare for the upcoming exams. He also lets them know that the Academy's canteen offers free and delicious food to all exam takers. After that, they can enjoy their free time. Guan Ning immediately invites Zhe to go eat. They walk into a massive dining hall. At another table, a guy immediately spots Guan Ning, commenting on her beauty and chest. His friend quickly shushes him, warning him not to embarrass their school, but then admits he likes her too. At their own table, Guan Ning is piling food onto Zhe's plate, telling him to eat more. His plate is already a mountain of chicken, and he has to tell her it's enough. That's when Cyan and Xiaoyan show up, teasing Guan Ning about not having enough food and saying she and Zhe look like a couple, which makes her blush. The guy who was admiring her earlier now sees that she's surrounded by other girls and gets even more jealous, especially since he doesn't think Zhe is that good-looking. A new person walks up to their table and asks if he can sit with them. Guan Ning gives him a cold look before finally saying, "Sit." The guy introduces himself as Zhou Xiong from Qingping High School. Zhe asks what he wants. He says he heard a student from Pinghai City passed the superior difficulty and wants to know if that person is here. Xiaoyan immediately asks why he wants to know. Cyan is even more suspicious, accusing him of being a spy trying to gather information before the exams even start. Zhou Xiong insists he just wants to make friends, explaining that for lesser-known students like them, intelligence is the key to having any chance of success. Guan Ning tells him they have nothing to say to him, so he should go. He tells her not to be so hostile and starts sharing what he knows about the other strong candidates. He points out Li Pengyun, the leader of Qingping High School, a local genius who passed the high-level apprenticeship assessment 2 months ago. His pet is a poison ivy monster, a plant type at rank 3. They're all stunned that a high school student could have a rank 3 pet. Zhou Xiong adds that Li Penjian's family is wealthy and provided him with high-level evolution materials, making him a rich, second-generation prodigy. Cyan and Xiaoyan are discouraged their pets are only rank 1. Guan Ning thinks about the power gap between her rank 2 stage 7 pet and a rank 3. Zhou Xiong then points out a girl with twin pigtails, Gixini, from Changsha City. She's known as a problem child. She only contracted her first pet in her 3rd year but passed the advanced level assessment within a single month. Her pet is a steel-patterned young dragon at rank 2, stage 8. Cyan can't believe it's possible to train a pet to rank 2 in just half a year. Xiaoyun suggests that if a person's spirit power is high enough, they can contract a stronger pet from the start. As they're talking, he is looking over at the other table. Gixini catches him staring, then turns and gives him a playful wink and a peace sign, which completely catches him off guard. Zhou Xiong then mentions Tan Yong, another master from Changsha City who has a dual-element pet beast. The girls are in disbelief. Guan Ning remembers her teacher mentioning that dual-attribute pets are extremely rare and mostly found in dangerous, untamable areas. This gets 11 thinking. His rock ghost is a combination of ghost and rock types, and he realizes that developing its dual attributes will be a huge advantage. After sharing all his intel, Zhou Xiong asks again about the guy who passed the superior difficulty. Cyan is about to answer, but 11 cuts her off. He simply tells Zhou Xiong that the person didn't come. The girls are stunned. He apologizes, saying the person he's looking for isn't there and he doesn't know him. After that, Zhou Xiong finally leaves. But as he walks away, he thinks they're definitely hiding something. He suspects the guy who passed the superior difficulty must be one of them. He walks over to a table with 3 other guys and tells them he'll test that kid's strength later. Cyan asks 11 why he didn't just tell him the truth. She says it's something to be proud of, but he prefers to keep a low profile. He doesn't want to be targeted so soon. He also thinks some of the information Zhou Xiong shared might not even be true. Guan Ning is impressed with how thoroughly he thinks things through. They get up and leave the hall. As they go, Cyan invites the other girls to a training session that night so they won't fall behind the students from the other schools. Then she boldly invites 11 to their room, suggesting the 4 of them can stay together. He immediately gets an image in his head of all of them in sexy night clothes. Suddenly, a hand smacks Guan Ning's butt. It's the group Zhou Xiong had been talking to. They say they want to come to her room too, grinning like creeps. Guan Ning instinctively slaps one of them, but the man grabs her wrist and tells her how hot she is. The other men roar with laughter, and their little scene starts to draw a crowd. His eyes flash with anger. He tells them to let her go. She tries to signal him to stop, knowing that fighting here will get him punished. But the man just sneers, saying the girls in Pinghai are pretty, but all the guys are soft. That's the last straw. His fist stops just inches from the man's face. He then pulls back, gaining momentum, and lands a solid punch. The man's friends get ready for a fight, but he warns them that while they can say anything they want to him, they will not bully his sister. They're terrified by his aura. He tells them he won't let this go. Su Rue, the guy who got punched, staggers to his feet and calls him an asshole, challenging him to a fight right there. But another hand grabs his wrist and tells him to stop. It's Li Pengyun. Li Pengyun tells him not to embarrass their school here. Then he turns to Zhe, acknowledging that his punch had some real force behind it and they can call it even. But Zhe just glares at him, saying the matter isn't over yet. Li Pengyun assures him that he'll teach his friend a lesson. But if he still has a problem, he can take it up with him. A tense energy fills the air between them, both of them releasing a powerful aura. Guan Ning pulls Zhe back, telling him they should just go. He calms himself down and tells Li Pengyun that he'll see him in the exam. As they leave, Xiaoyun gushes about how handsome he was. Li Pengyun now has no doubt. He's sure the one who passed the superior difficulty is him. Later that night, the girls are all in the hotel bathroom together, the air thick with steam. Guan Ning is annoyed that the other 2 squeezed into the bath with her. Xiaoyun says it's their way of thanking her for the training session. Xiaoyun adds that their pets have now reached the 2nd level, which gives them a much better chance of winning. They start to give her a thank you massage, but she yelps and tells them to stop touching her randomly. The next day, everyone is gathered in a large hall, standing in 3 straight lines. The teacher in charge tells them he has some good news. After analyzing all of their past performances, the conclusion is clear. They are the worst batch of students he has ever seen, and he expects absolutely nothing from them. Guan immediately complains that it's Pinghai holding them all back. Tan Yong is furious. The teacher informs them that the next exam will take place in the illusion of the origin stone tablet. With no difficulty selection this time, the exam is called the Secret Forest, a dangerous place filled with mean-looking creatures. He explains that once they enter the illusion, a score panel will appear on their arm, and their points will increase with every ferocious beast they kill. Rank 1 beasts are worth 10 points, Rank 2 are worth 20, and Rank 3 are worth 40. He warns them that in this exam, they are both the hunter and the prey. If either they or their pet die in the illusion, they will be eliminated. He adds that there is a stone tablet in the center of the forest that displays the scores and coordinates of the top 10 players. The other students can't believe there are Rank 3 beasts in this exam. They know that if they run into one, it's an instant elimination. The competition will last for 4 hours, after which the top 10 candidates will be admitted. Li Pingyun asks if they can only kill ferocious beasts. The teacher confirms this was a good question, and then drops a bombshell. If they eliminate other candidates, the winner gets all of the losers' points. The room erupts in shock. The students complain that it's a cruel rule, designed to make them kill each other. But some are already scheming, realizing that if they team up, they can hunt down students from other schools to secure a spot in the top 10. Tan Yong is excited, ready to go all out, while Guan just watches the teacher tells them all to shut up, saying the real battlefield is far more brutal than this. He gives anyone who wants to quit one last chance to speak up. He then announces that the student who ranks first will be named the freshman leader, a position that comes with many privileges after admission. He's excited to see who will become the king of the new students. Ning is hoping she can meet up with him in the forest. Even if she can't make it into the top 10, she still wants to help him. She pulls her aside and tells her that once there in the illusion, she should use her fierce magic bird's flying ability to find him as soon as possible. She agrees. He tells everyone to be quiet, and they all enter the illusion. She finds himself in a lush forest. He scans his surroundings and sees the tall stone tablet in the distance. He checks the counter on his arm, 0 points, with 3 hours and 59 minutes remaining. He realizes the score panel on his arm doesn't show his rank, only his points. This means everyone will eventually have to go to the central stone tablet to check their standing, making it the most dangerous area in the later stages of the exam. He also figures out that even if he grinds points without checking the tablet, his coordinates will still be displayed if he's in the top 10, making him a prime target for other players. The real purpose of this exam is player versus player combat. He knows that if he's strong enough, he can ignore all the rules. No one can steal points from the strong. But since this is just a game, he decides having fun is the most important thing. Suddenly, something shatters against his spirit guardian. A 2-headed forest python, a rank 1, stage 9 beast, had tried to ambush him. For safety, he decides to keep his spirit guardian up. He then summons his rock ghost. He plans to hide his true strength for now and use this opportunity to test his new pet's potential, especially its dual attributes. The rock ghost sees the snakes, but Z tells it to let them go. A rank 1, stage 9 beast is only worth 10 points, but it's nearly as strong as a rank 2 stage 1 beast, which is worth 20 points. Killing the highest stage of a rank is the least efficient way to get points, since they're just testing the rock ghost's abilities. He wants to find a stronger opponent, which gets the little monster excited. Zay is a bit worried though, hoping Ning can find him. At that moment, she's already racked up 30 points with 3 hours and 45 minutes left. She sends her fierce magic bird into the sky, desperately searching the forest for him. Her pet beast continues to soar through the sky, but after scanning the forest for a while, it has to return to her side. Pet beasts can't stray too far from their owners. She realizes she'll just have to try her luck on the ground. She knows he is powerful enough to make it into the top 10, so her best bet is to find his coordinates on the central stone tablet. Just as she's about to move, an ostrich-like beast charges at her from behind. She quickly dodges, and it continues on its way. She recognizes it as a golden-backed ostrich, a rank 2 stage 5 beast. It's no match for her rank 2, stage 7 magic flame bird. Her pet swoops in and takes it down with ease, securing her a quick 20 points. But as her bird is returning, something strikes it from the side. She turns to see who it is. A large, brutish pet beast has caught a boomerang midair. It belongs to Su Rue. His pet is an Odo barbarian, a humanoid type at rank 2 stage 4. He greets her with a smirk. She recognizes him and calls him out for kill stealing. He just tells her there's no rule against it. In fact, he plans to rob her too. He orders his Odo to take down her bird. The barbarian throws the boomerang, and she tells her bird to dodge. But to her surprise, the boomerang suddenly changes direction, heading straight for her. She stumbles and loses her balance, and Su Rue catches her, clamping a hand over her mouth. She can no longer give commands to her magic flame bird. He tells her that the biggest advantage of humanoid pets is their intelligence. They can think for themselves. His command was just a distraction. As his Odo grabs her bird by the wings, he tells her he's going to enjoy himself before eliminating her. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, with 3 hours and 28 minutes left, Z has 40 points. His rock ghost is poking at the corpse of a defeated pig. Z then spots another student nearby. It's Zhou Xiong, his big mouth monster. A strange type, rank 2, stage 7 beast, is currently devouring a giant clawed monkey. His points jump to 60. Z calls out to him, and Zhou Xiong remembers him from the cafeteria. Z knows this guy doesn't know who he really is, and since he has so much information, he decides to play along. Zhou Xiong comments on how cool the rock ghost looks and asks if it's a rare beast. He assumes that Z can't be the superior difficulty guy, Lin Ze, because Head heard that guy uses an ice-type pet. Z tells him it's not rare at all, just an ordinary degrade pet that he upgraded to rank 2. This makes Zhou Xiong eager to show off his own beast, a rare strange type that he's upgraded to rank 2, stage 7. Z strokes his ego, and the flattery works. Zhou Xiong offers to help him rack up points, boasting that he's confident they'll both make it into the top 10. Z says that sounds great, but Zhou Xiong has his own cunning plan. He'll use this kid for now, and once he's no longer useful, he'll kill him and take all his points. Elsewhere, Guan Ning has had enough. She grabs Su Rui's arm and throws him to the ground. He curses at her, but when he looks up and sees her expression, he's terrified. Her eyes are glowing. She tells him that last time her brother had to step in, but this time, she won't let him off so easily. She activated demon eyes and her flames turned into pink. Her bird transformed into a fiery pink form. Her pet beast, now a demonic bird of pink fire, flaps its wings. Rue screams for his Odo's help, but the barbarian is petrified with fear. It turns and runs, abandoning its master. He yells for it to come back, but it's gone. Guan Ning smirks, telling him that a pet with its own intelligence isn't always a good thing. Resigned to his fate, his only request is that she doesn't hit him in the same spot her brother did. A loud scream echoes through the forest. With her victory, his points are transferred to her, and her score jumps to 70. At the central stone tablet, the rankings update. Li Pingyun is in first place with 170 points, followed by Guizini with 120, and Lu Gang with 100. Guan Ning is now in fourth place with 70 points, and Zhou Xiong is in fifth with 60. Back at the academy, Qin He is impressed. He realizes this batch of candidates isn't as bad as he first thought. In less than an hour, someone's score has already broken 100. In the forest, Li Pingyun is on the hunt. He encounters a spotted tiger, a rank 3 stage 1 beast. Beside him, his own beast, the poison ivy demon, a rank 3 stage 3 plant type, appears. The tiger charges, but the poison ivy glares back. Vines shoot out and wrap around the tiger's leg. The tiger shakes them off and starts to eat the vines. But that was a fatal mistake. Li Pingyun tells his beast to stop playing around. It's time to find the next target. The tiger suddenly freezes, its eyes wide with shock. Then, vines erupt from inside its body, piercing it from the inside out. It collapses and the poison ivy crawls over the corpse, feeding on it. With this kill, Li Pingyun's score jumps to 210, solidifying his spot at the top. Meanwhile, at the stone tablet, Gixini and Tan Yong are checking the rankings. He's happy for her, saying he always expected her to be in second place. She's worried about him though. He's given her every beast they've encountered, and his score is still 0. He just tells her not to worry. Once they start hunting the people on this list and taking their points, it'll be enough. She asks who they should start with. He says it's too early to go after Li Pingyun, and Lu Gang is from their own school. That leaves Guan Ning. Gixini remembers the talented guy named Lin Zi, but she's concerned because she doesn't see his name on the list. Tan Yong just scoffs, saying he probably cheated somehow and is all hype. He tells her they should go. Guan Ning is not far from them, to the east. At the same time, Guan Ning is walking through the forest with her bird. She senses a wind-cutting mantis to her left and a man-eating plant to her right. She's not sure which way to go to find him. Zhe is still with Zhou Xiong. They come across a withered beast, a rank 2 stage 4 plant type. Zhou Xiong tells him to handle it and he'll help him out later. But he has a sinister plan. He's just gonna wait for him to do all the work and then swoop in at the last second to steal the points. But to his shock, the rock ghost punches the withered beast and knocks it out in a single hit. Both of them are completely dumbfounded by its raw power. The clock is ticking. There are now 2 hours and 20 minutes left in the exam. Li Pingyun still holds the top spot with 290 points. Guisini is in second with 200, followed by Lu Gang and Lu Dehong. Zhe has climbed to 9th place with 120 points, while Zhou Xiong has dropped to 12th. Back at the academy, the teacher Qin he takes notice of Zhe. He acknowledges his skill, seeing how he jumped from rank 33 to rank 9 in less than 2 hours. But he then sees him working with someone else and figures that's how he did it. Back in the forest, Zhou Xiong complains that he was supposed to strike first, not get the kill stolen in a single hit. He whines that Zhe left him with nothing. Zhe just tells him he didn't mean to. He explains that since their admission is on the line, he always has his beast go all out. He then offers him the next kill. But Zhou Xiong is just pouting, thinking this kid is getting a little too full of himself. He's confident he'll get the last laugh when he eventually eliminates him and takes all his points. Suddenly, the system alerts Zhe to a rare beast in the area. A rare beast means more points. A short distance away, they find what looks like a golden tree trunk. But as Zhou Xiong approaches, the tree suddenly comes to life, grabbing him and hoisting him upside down. It's a withered golden beast, a plant type at rank 3 stage 9. He had not expected this. He screams for his pet to save him, but it's already been restrained as well. He can feel the plant draining his spiritual energy. He begs Zhe to help him, but Zhe just reminds him that they had agreed the next beast was his. Zhou Xiong panics, saying this one is different and that they need to team up. He pleads for his help, and Zhe says he trusts him to handle it and turns to leave. Zhou Xiong begs him to wait. Finally, Zhe agrees to help but asks what's in it for him. Inside, Zhou Xiong is furious about being blackmailed, already plotting his revenge. Outwardly, he says he has juicy information about the others. He'll tell him everything if he just helps him. Zhe asks him to talk. He spills the secret. Li Pingyun and Guisini both have unique soul techniques. Zhe immediately wonders if it's an enhancement skill like Luo does. This is valuable intel. He calls out to his rock ghost and orders it to use its crushing blow and aim for the beast's abdomen. The rock pet charges, dodging the tree's branches. It's about to land a hit when a golden branch wraps around its torso and yanks it back. More branches emerge and ensnare the rock ghost. Zhe realizes his rank 2, stage 9 pet is struggling against a rank 3, stage 9 beast. He thinks he'll have to secretly summon the Snow Maiden to end this quickly. But then he sees his rock ghost trembling. He calls out to it, taunting it, asking if this is all it's got. He orders it to break free. His words seem to work. The rock ghost lets out a roar and the tree is momentarily stunned by its sudden burst of power. The rock ghost is still wrapped in a ball of vines. A wisp of smoke rises from its head. Zhou Xiong starts to panic. They're screwed. The beast is about to be completely drained of its energy. Just 1 hour and 54 minutes remain. 27 participants have already been eliminated. Back at the academy, the teacher Qin he is intrigued. He wonders what kind of power the genius who cleared the superior difficulty trial really possesses. Back in the forest, the rock pet beast dissolves into a swirling black and purple smoke. Z is shocked. It has unlocked a new skill, ghost form, which lasts for 30 seconds. Zhou Xiong, watching from the side, has no idea what he's seeing. Z knew that dual attribute pets had special abilities, and he's excited to see what this ghost form can do. The golden tree roars and lashes out with its branches, but they pass right through the rock ghost. He quickly figures it out. In ghost form, the beast has no physical body, making it immune to all physical damage and control effects. He's incredibly impressed. The system shows that its crushing impact skill is unavailable in this form, but its stone bullet throw and earth spike still work. He orders it to use stone bullet throw, aiming for the beast's eyes and stomach. The rock ghost obeys, pelting the tree with a barrage of sharp stones. The withered golden beast stumbles, dropping Zhou Xiong and his pet to the ground. But he can see that the damage isn't enough to take down the powerful beast. Zhou Xiong's big mouth monster scoops him up and starts running. He yells at Z to get out of there, worried that if he dies all those points will be wasted. The tree turns its fury on him, unleashing a wave of branches. But just as they're about to hit, the Snow Maiden appears, protecting him. He then orders her to attack with a blizzard. At the same moment, the ghost form's 30-second timer runs out, and the rock pet becomes solid again. He immediately orders it to use its crushing impact, and it slams into the frozen tree's abdomen. The Snow Maiden continues her assault as he orders the rock ghost to re-enter its ghost form and the maiden to use her ice shower. As ice rains down on the frozen tree, Z charges forward and delivers a final, powerful spirit impact. The withered golden beast is defeated. The system confirms his victory, and the rock ghost is advanced to rank 3. It also learns a new skill, Ghost Clone. In its ghost form, it can now split into 2, with the clone dealing full damage and perfectly mimicking the original skills. The skill lasts for 10 seconds and costs 100 achievement points. Zay thinks it's a useful but expensive skill, but definitely worth it. His new beast is living up to its king-class potential. Back at the academy with 1 hour and 20 minutes left, the teacher Qin he watches as his points jump to 180. He's in disbelief, especially when he sees the summoned ice pet, recognizing it as a beast with god-level potential. He has no idea how this kid is doing it. The kill earns him 60 points. He knows he can't keep a low profile anymore. Just then, Zhou Xiong runs up, asking what happened. He's shocked to see the golden beast is gone and asks if Z defeated it. Then he sees the Snow Maiden and asks who she is. He had forgotten to dismiss her, and now that he's been seen, he knows he can't keep up the act. So, he plays dumb, saying he has no idea who she is and that she was the one who defeated the beast. Zhou Xiong assumes it must be another fierce beast and that they're fighting each other. Or maybe she's someone else's pet. Then he notices her ice attribute and it clicks. He thinks her master must be the legendary Lin Z. He realizes that if this guy defeated the golden beast, he's on a completely different level and they could be his next targets. Z is speechless. An idea pops into his head. He instructs the Snow Maiden to pretend to attack them. The beast is confused, but complies. When Zhou Xiong sees the ice crystals aimed at them, he starts to panic and cry. Zhou Xiong thinks that if they both get eliminated, it'd be a huge loss. He'd rather just take out the guy next to him and escape. His big mouth monster then opens its maw and swallows something whole. Z is inside its stomach and asks why he just swallowed him. Zhou Xiong says it was to protect him. Using the system, he tells his pet beast to retreat for now. Once they're a safe distance away, he's thrilled. He got away and scored some points, but then a voice asks if it's okay now. He's shocked to see Z perfectly fine. Inside the beast's stomach, he was just chilling inside his spirit guardian barrier. Zhou Xiong tries to play it off, saying the other monster is still chasing them. But he's completely confused. The kid should have been digested by now. How is he still okay? His pet's stomach rumbles and it suddenly vomits him up. Zhou Xiong asks how he got out. He just nonchalantly says it must be his pet's bad indigestion. Z then suggests that since the monster is still chasing them, they should team up to defeat it. Zhou Xiong is speechless, thinking he's a total idiot. He then says it seems like they're no longer being chased. Now, he wants to hear about those exclusive spirit techniques. Zhou Xiong suggests they go to the stone tablet first to check their rankings and talk on the way. As they walk, he explains that exclusive spirit techniques are unique abilities that only a few extremely talented beastmasters can awaken. They can't be learned from books because they depend on an individual's physical constitution. Z then asks about the specific techniques that Guizini and Li Pengyun have. When they reach the tablet, Zhou Xiong checks the rankings. Li Pengyun is still in first place with 370 points, followed by Cini and Tan Yong. He finds Lin Zi at number 5 with 180 points, and he's not even on the list. With only 58 minutes left, he's disappointed, but still hopeful. 10th place only has 100 points, so if he can just take this stupid kid's points, he'll be in the clear. He turns to him, but then his eyes go wide. He sees on ZS arm counter that he has 180 points. He can't believe it. He quickly checks the tablet again, and the only person with that score is Lin Zi. Trembling, he asks for his name. Our boy reveals who he is. Zhou Xiong is completely stunned, especially since Z wants to go with him. He suddenly remembers that those who pass the superior difficulty trial can have 2 pets. He realizes he's been hiding his power the whole time. That ice-type pet was his too, and now he wants to eliminate him. Z reminds him that if it wasn't for him, he'd be dead, so now he needs to spill the information. But he refuses and orders his big mouth to attack. But the rock ghost appears in an instant, punching the big mouth away. The snow maiden then emerges, freezing his pet solid. Zhou Xiong falls to the ground in terror. Z tells him that even though his points aren't much, they're still worth a rank 3 beast and he'll be taking them. Zhou Xiong tries to beg, saying he'll talk now, but he has changed his mind. He doesn't need the information anymore. He says all spirit techniques are the same to him because none of them are a match for him. He orders the snow maiden to use her ice shower. Zhou Xiong lets out a final curse. Then, without warning, a swarm of yellow vines erupts from the ground and impales him. The attack comes from none other than Li Pengyun. He's standing there with his pet beast, the poison ivy demon, and the newly eliminated Zhou Xiong. Li Pengyun smirks, telling Lin Zi he's been waiting for him. Zhou Xiong grovels at his boss' feet, but not before warning him to watch out for Z's powerful ice element pet beast. Z hadn't expected to run into him here, but he figures this is as good a chance as any to settle their score. Li Pengyun tells Zhou Xiong he can go and rest now. The little lackey is just happy that it was his boss who took all his points, so it doesn't feel like a total loss. And with a flash of light, he's eliminated. Li Pengyun's points shoot up to 430, a new record. He then tells Z to show him his true power. They will see once and for all who really deserves to be the number 1 beginner. But Z just tells him he couldn't care less about the title. If he wants it so badly, he can have it. Li Pengyun just laughs, assuming Z is admitting defeat. He calls him a total coward. He then declares that after he eliminates him, he's gonna hunt down everyone else in the top ranks. He names them one by one: Guizini, Tianyong, Lu Gang, and even Guan Ning. He says he will erase all of them. A crazed look appears on his face. He admits that the sheer satisfaction he gets from destroying his rivals is addictive. But the mention of Guan Ning's name makes Z snap to attention. He remembers seeing on the map that she was in the same area as Guizini and Tianyong. And a surge of dread washes over him. He knows she is in grave danger. He immediately sprints east, but Li Pengyun orders his pet to block him. The The poison ivy demon's vines shoot out, ensnaring both the rock ghost and Z's protective barrier. Lee Pengyun comments on how easy he was to catch, saying he must just be a clown with a big reputation. He orders his beast to drain their energy and Z just curses. He does not have time to play games. That's when the Snow Maiden appears, sneaking up behind Lee Pengyun and unleashing a devastating attack. In an instant, Lee Pengyun is encased in a block of ice. His poison ivy demon is stunned by the surprise attack, and the Snow Maiden freezes it solid as well. Then the rock ghost shatters them both. Z looks down at the frozen remains and says he told him he didn't have time to play around. The ice from the shattered vines melts away. Suddenly, a figure approaches. He comments on Lee Pengyun's incredible vitality, noting that even after all that, he's still not completely eliminated. The newcomer is Liu Gang. He remarks that Z seems to have forgotten to finish the job, and now he is here to take advantage of this golden opportunity. He's here for all those points. He summons his own pet beast, an iron-armored dragon, a dragon type at rank 2, stage 9, and orders it to finish Lee Pengyun. Liu Gang assumes Lee Pengyun's pet will be revived to protect its master, but knows Lee Pengyun is too weak to give the command. His dragon shatters the ice statue. He's sure he's secured first place, but when he checks his points, they haven't changed. He's completely confused. He watches as the shattered vines on the ground begin to move. Before he can react, the vines erupt and attack him. He doesn't understand. As the vines constrict around him, he sees the real Lee Pengyun standing nearby, completely unharmed. Lee Pengyun explains that there's no harm in telling a dead man his secret. He reveals it was all thanks to his exclusive spirit technique, mimicry synchronization. Liu Gang orders his iron-armored dragon to attack the real Lee Pengyun, but his pet is already pinned to the ground by a swarm of vines, and in a flash of light it's eliminated. With a grim look on his face, Z speeds through the forest. If Sini and Tan Yong dare to lay a single finger on his sister, he will kill them. He arrives to find Guan Ning trapped inside a watery prison. A steel-scaled young dragon, a rank 2, stage 8 beast, has pinned her pet bird to the ground. She can't break free. The necromancer, a rank 3, stage 2 ghost and water-type beast, created the prison and it can't be escaped from the inside. Tan Yong tells Guasini he'll leave her to him. If she takes Guan Ning's points, she could become the new head of the class. Guasini asks why, teasing him, saying maybe it's because she's too pretty for him to attack. He just tells her he's not interested in other girls. Guasini says there's no need to rush, they should wait a bit. He asks what they're waiting for. She smiles, saying she's waiting for the big fish to take the bait. Suddenly, a volley of earth spikes shoots towards them. Tan Yong reacts quickly, summoning a water shield. Guasini's dragon deflects the attack, and Z appears. He calls them both out and tells them to let her go immediately. They're shocked to see he has 2 pet beasts. Even Guan Ning is stunned. She warns him that they're very strong and he needs to be careful. He assures her he'll save her. Tan Yong asks if he's the guy who supposedly cleared the super difficulty level. Guasini is thrilled. Her hunch was right all along. She knew from the start he was different. Tan Yong is eager to test his strength. She warns him to be careful. This guy isn't ordinary. He tells her that if he can defeat him and give her the points, she'll be the head of the new class. He'd rather lose his own points to her anyway. He orders the necromancer to restrain him with its water prison. A sphere of water starts to form around him, but he shatters it with a powerful soul force impact. Tan Yong is surprised by the strength of his spirit technique. Before he can react, the rock ghost is right in front of him. He orders a water pillar assault formation, and a spike of water erupts from the ground, trapping the rock ghost in another water prison. But 11 just orders it to enter its ghost spirit form. As a spirit, it easily passes through the prison and attacks with earth spikes. The necromancer also shifts into its ghost form. Tan Yong boasts that his pet is also immune to physical attacks. But Guasini yells for him to look behind him. He's caught completely off guard as another set of earth spikes appears from his blind spot. It's the ghost spirit clone. She smirks, telling him it's too bad he's not immune to physical attacks. Tan-yong is furious and orders his pet to use its death spirit seal. It unleashes a powerful force, sealing both the rock ghost and its clone. He is getting annoyed. It's time for the Snow Maiden to step in. He tells his rock pet to return to its normal form before it's defeated. Tan-yong underestimates him, but 11 just tells him to shut up. He's ready to show him his true power. Guan watches intently as he summons the Snow Maiden. In that moment, 11 realizes he is not someone they can handle. If this continues, they're the ones who will be eliminated. Guan tells them all to stop. She offers to discuss the situation instead. He just raises an eyebrow. She tells him that since they all made it into the top 10, there's no need to keep fighting. After all, they're going to be classmates. But his Snow Maiden remains ready for battle. She then orders Tan-yong to release the girl. He argues back, saying if they let her go and those two team up, it'll be even worse for them. She yells at him to just do it. He reluctantly cancels the water prison, and Guan Ning is finally free. The steel scale dragon gets off of her pet beast. She runs over to 11 and thanks him for saving her. He tells her not to worry as long as he's there, no one will dare to touch her. He then turns his cold gaze on the other two. He tells them he could still save his sister even if he eliminates them, so their little offer doesn't really satisfy him. Tan-yong is furious and gets ready to go all out, ordering Guan to attack first. But 11 tells 11 she has an offer that might satisfy him. He just says, "Oh?" She reveals her own exclusive spirit technique. She can use her unique sensitivity to help him unlock his own latent ability. He admits it's a pretty good offer. Tan-yong is enraged that there's no need to help that jerk. But then his face turns pale as he watches her blush, and his hatred for him intensifies. Just then, another person arrives, and 11 is surprised to see he's still alive. It's Lee Peng-yun. He's glad to see them all gathered in one place. It makes it easier for him to eliminate them all at once. His presence just makes Tan-yong even more annoyed. Guan then proposes that they all team up to take first place. He sees how messy things are getting. There are only 10 minutes left. Back at the academy, the teacher Chin he watches the chaos unfold. He wants to keep some of these talented new students, but if they all fight, some are bound to be lost. He tells someone else to step in and de-escalate the situation within the next 10 minutes. Tan-yong whispers to Guan, asking if she's serious about helping him. He says he had a plan to use Lee Peng-yun to wear him down. Then they could take advantage of the situation. She just apologizes, saying she really wants to help him. He's shocked, and starts to wonder if she has a crush on him. He decides he'll just have to fight him himself. Lee Peng-yun taunts them, daring them to come at him all at once. But someone stops the fight. They're all informed that there's no need to fight anymore. They have all been accepted. However, there is a special challenge mission for them. A portal opens up, and another person steps out. Since these top students have far exceeded their peers, the teacher he wants to test their true limits. He introduces 4 second-year students from the academy, all of them ranked in the mid-tier. The new students are to spar with them. If any of them wins, they'll receive a one-time baptism. If they lose, their enrollment is still secure. Guan Ning immediately shouts that it's unfair. They're not even first-year students yet, and their pets are all exhausted from the day's battles. But Z just looks excited and tells them all to come at him. Lee Peng-yun says it's a shame he couldn't eliminate them, but now that they're classmates, there will be plenty of other chances to fight. Tan-yong yells at them to get through this trial first. Guan asks if this means they're allies now, and smiles at him. But his expression remains unreadable. Guan Ning interrupts, pointing out that her brother hasn't agreed to anything yet. Z is determined he must get that baptism reward. It enhances both physical strength and soul power, a massive boost. But he notices they've only sent 4 second-year students, and there are 5 of them. They're clearly being underestimated. He turns to Guan if she wants to be allies, Then Shell have to team up with his sister and take on one of the seniors together. But both Guizini and Guan Ning protest, saying they want to be on his team. He tells Guan Ning he can handle one on his own. With the two of them working together, they'll have a much better chance of winning. Just then, one of the seniors, Xiatao, impatiently asks if they're done with their little discussion. He asks who's fighting him and even says he's fine with taking them on all at once. Tan Yong immediately steps up, seeing this as his chance to prove himself to Guizini. Xiatao acknowledges his guts, but warns him not to be reckless. He summons his own beast, a wind-slicing mantis, an insect type at rank 3, stage 8. Another senior, a woman named Zhang Man, points at Li Pengyun, saying she's interested in him. He just smirks, telling her not to expect him to go easy on her just because she's a girl. He summons his Thunder Lion, a beast type at rank 3, stage 9. She just smiles, her face flushed, and tells him to hit her with everything he's got. Guizini sizes up the two remaining seniors. She notes that the girl is relatively weaker. Just then, the guy with the pompadour hairstyle calls out to Xie, saying his hairstyle is annoying and he wants to fight him. He agrees and asks the senior to be kind. The blue-haired senior girl comments on how cute the new female students are, but then says she hates girls who are cuter than her, and she has no intention of holding back. The two girls next to her immediately start to feel nervous. Back in the examination room, Xiaoyun and Cyan are devastated. They've been eliminated. Xiaoyun sighs, saying there are just too many geniuses. Unless a miracle happens, they never had a chance. Meanwhile, Zhou Xiong is just crying his eyes out, and Lu Gang is frustrated that even after playing it safe, he still lost. Guizini can still feel a phantom pain in her cheek. The teacher, Qin He, is impressed by the students who stood out. Suddenly, another teacher, Gao Wenbai, taps him on the shoulder, saying he'll take the next batch of candidates. Qin He knows he's just here to poach students that he worked so hard to select. But Gao Wenbai argues that his methods are too extreme and he might overlook some real talent. He says he still has 10 empty slots, and he's going to find a few golden picks among the eliminated students. Qin He just tells him to handle it himself. Teacher Gao then announces the good news to the eliminated students. He has 10 open slots and anyone who can pass his special test will be accepted. The room erupts in cheers. Guan Ning is overjoyed, telling Xiaoyun that a miracle really did happen. Back in the forest, Tan Yong is completely outmatched, complaining about the huge difference in their levels. Xiatao just laughs at him. The Thunder Lion lets out a final roar. Li Pingjian's endurance was impressive, but in the end, he was completely roasted and defeated. If the fight were to continue, it would just be a one-sided slaughter. Zhang Man realizes her opponent can no longer hear her. The other senior girl, Hui Hui, says this is what they call a genius. Completely ridiculous. She thinks the academy has no shortage of geniuses. Her own pet beast is a terrifying berserker, a humanoid type at rank 3, stage 7. She lectures the defeated girls, saying they should spend less time on makeup and more on training. Back in the exam room, Gao Wenbai tells Qin he doesn't agree with his methods. He thinks this kind of one-sided oppression will just crush their confidence. But Qin he just says he's trying to suppress their arrogance. He wants them to remember there are always stronger people out there. Gao Wenbai then laughs, noticing that there's one student who doesn't seem to be affected at all. In the forest, Wu Zixin's pet beast, a blazing warhorse at rank 3, stage 9, is completely frozen, an ice statue. He can't believe it. He calls out to him, senior, and then announces that he's won. He is ecstatic. He knows he just found a true gem. He's seen countless geniuses, but this kid is on a whole other level. He says it's like watching one of the legendary 8 prodigies of the Federation in their youth. The teacher Gao adds that at his age, not even the 8 prodigies had such terrifying strength. He immediately tells Qin he to assign Lin Zi to his class. But Qin he just laughs, reminding him that the top 10 students are placed according to the rules, not his whims. Back in the arena, a system notification confirms the blazing warhorse has been defeated. Wu Zetian can't believe he actually lost. Guan Ning runs up, celebrating Zi's incredible victory. Guasini just watches, admitting she had not expected him to be this strong. Tan Yong is completely frustrated by the massive power gap between them, but he vows to turn this humiliation into motivation. The senior Xia Tao asks if Wu Zetian went easy on him, unable to believe a first-year student just beat a second-year. Zhe turns to the remaining seniors and asks if they want to continue. Xia Tao is immediately triggered, warning him not to get cocky just because he won with a trick. He asks if he thinks they'll attack him all at once. Tao just calls him arrogant and sends his mantis to attack. But the rock ghost intercepts, effortlessly blocking the mantis. The teacher Gao tells Qin he to stop the fight. Xia Tao was no match for him from the start. If this goes on, the second years will lose all face, and Zhe will only make more enemies. Qin he agrees and announces that the trial is officially over. Xia Tao protests, but the teacher ignores him. He says the only one who truly passed this special trial is Lin Zi. But he acknowledges that the others fought well too and is confident they'll all improve after entering the academy. Tao just curses, pointing a finger at Zi and threatening to settle things with him once he's officially enrolled. Zhe just gives him a thumbs up, sarcastically telling him that there's no need for a fight since he was the better man. The comment just makes Tao even angrier as he's teleported out of the arena. After that, Zi receives his baptism reward. His constitution jumps from 88 to 10. 8, his soul power increases to 10. 80, and his constitution stat goes from 5 to 9. The system confirms the baptism is complete. He receives 500 achievement points, bringing his total to 1180. The rock ghost's growth increases to 33 and the snow maiden's to 12. When he wakes up back in the examination room, he's immediately swarmed by the other students, a mix of awe and curiosity on their faces. A hand grabs his arm, it's Gixini. She tells him she can sense an unopened form within his rock ghost and that if he wants to know how to activate it, he should come find her after the exam. He agrees. Teacher he then calls for silence. He announces that the top 10 students are all officially admitted and then declares Li Pangyun as the top freshman. The students clap, but they're all confused. They all saw how the other guy performed. Li Pangyun himself feels completely humiliated, knowing he didn't deserve it. Teacher Gao whispers to his colleague, saying it was unfair, that Lin Zi clearly deserved the top spot. But Qin he just says they can't put all their bets on one person and the rules are based on score. Gao then takes the stage, announcing that those who are participating in the resurrection trial should follow him. The top 10 can leave and return in 10 days for the entrance ceremony. Guan Ning comforts Xiaoyun and Cyan, telling them she has faith they'll pass the next trial. As he is about to leave, Zhou Xiong approaches him. He admits his intel was terrible and then flatters him on his fighting skill. Then he makes a surprising proposal. He wants to be his underling. Zhe is shocked. Zhou Xiong continues, saying his respect for him is like an endless river. But Zi just tells him he doesn't take underlings, especially since he hasn't even qualified for enrollment yet. Zhou Xiong just promises Hell Pass for sure and tells him to wait for him. As they walk out, Guan Ning suggests they celebrate their successful trial by spending the day in the city. He agrees he's exhausted and needs a break. Guan Ning then suggests they just go back tomorrow and spend the night in the city. He agrees to her suggestion, a decision that makes her blush deeply. But then he pulls out his phone to check hotel prices and immediately turns pale. He had completely forgotten. He had spent all his money on evolution materials for the stubborn little rock pet. His current balance is a measly 300. She asks what's wrong and suggests they go eat first. They find a premium restaurant that allows customers to dine with their pet beasts. He's surprised a place like this even exists. She's ecstatic, saying she's wanted to come here for a long time. She then suggests they summon their pets to eat with them. They've been fighting hard all day and deserve a good meal. He agrees. She is stunned when he summons the Snow Maiden. The last time she saw her, she was just a small girl. She can't believe how quickly she's evolved and how beautiful she's become. She asks him how he did it. He just tells her his compatibility with his pets is really high. He knows the real reason is the system, but that's a long story he'll have to explain some other time. She starts ordering from the menu and he nearly has a heart attack when he sees the prices. His rock ghost is excited for the food and his snow maiden starts petting her bird. The waitress comes to take their order and Ning goes all out. 5 minutes later, the food arrives, a massive feast. As his pets and Ning dig in, all he can think about is their inevitable dine and dash. After the meal, the total comes to a staggering 37,000. He starts to sweat, but she just offers to pay, saying she saved up some secret money. He is immensely relieved. His broke self has been saved yet again. They go for a stroll through the brightly lit city. She's in awe of the view, excited to be studying here with him in the future. Meanwhile, he's just worried about making more money. Taking on more missions will take too long. As they're walking, they hear a loud roar of a crowd. It's coming from a place with a fighting ring. Inside, a four-armed freak has just defeated a Titan kangaroo, a rank 2 stage 3 beast. The four-armed freak, a rank 3 stage 2 mutant, grins triumphantly. The referee asks if there are any new challengers. He explains that if anyone can defeat the freak, they'll win all the money in the prize pool. All it takes is a 300 yuan entry fee, and the winner gets the full 50,000 yuan. He's just found a way to make some quick cash. He summons his rock ghost. The referee explains the rules. No spirit techniques or spells. Only pure hand-to-hand combat to give the audience a raw, visceral thrill. He asks his rock ghost if it feels confident. The referee adds that all fighters have to sign a death waiver. If a beast is accidentally killed in the ring, the organizers bear no responsibility. He asks Ning if she wants to watch. When she asks if he's really gonna join, he just smirks and says he won't pass up free money. The system confirms the four-armed freak is a rank 3 stage 1 opponent, and his rock pet is still a rank 2 stage 9. To be safe, he decides to upgrade it. He places a hand on the pet, and a red glow surrounds it. It's upgraded to rank 3 stage 3. Cost him 780 achievement points, leaving him with 400. The higher the level, the more points an upgrade costs. She is amazed. She asks how it just leveled up, and he jokes that it must have been the good meal. She's filled with confidence and is sure they're going to win. The referee announces the new challenger and asks the crowd to give him a round of applause for his courage. But they just mock him, calling him a scrawny kid with a weird-looking pet. They all start to laugh, wondering where this clueless brat even came from. His rock ghost just lets out a loud burp, completely unfazed. The four-armed freak towers over the little rock ghost. The owner, Xiong-su, smirks at T, warning him not to come crying if his freak accidentally kills that little thing of his. Zay just smiles and tells him to bring it on. Xiong-su just calls him an arrogant brat. They both sign the death waivers, and the referee announces the start of the match. Xiong-su orders his beast to show its power. The freak lunges, but the rock ghost is too fast. Zay can see that his pet has a clear advantage in speed. The rock ghost throws a kick, but the freak catches its leg. It throws a punch, but the freak's other two arms block the attack. It then grabs the rock ghost, lifts it into the air, and slams it to the ground. He is starting to worry. Xiong-su boasts that his pet might not have any fancy skills, but in terms of pure brute strength, it can beat beasts well above its own rank. It's clear the rules of this ring heavily favor the four-armed freak. The freak brings two of its fists together and brings them down like a hammer. The rock ghost tries to dodge, but the freak grabs its leg and smashes it with its other two fists. Xiong-su taunts him, asking if that's all he's got. The crowd is going wild. Ning is getting worried. He knows if skills were allowed, the rock ghost's undead form could easily outmaneuver this brute. But in a pure strength match, especially against a four-armed brawler, it's clearly outmatched. But he remembers what Guan said. The last time his pet was in real danger, it unlocked a new form. This is a gamble. Either it unlocks a new power or it gets crushed. He looks at his pet and yells, asking if it's truly fighting at its full power. He taunts it, asking if it's always going to rely on the Snow Maiden to win for them. As the freak is about to bring its foot down to crush the rock ghost's head, something changes. Its eyes glow. It gets up and unleashes a powerful punch. Its outer stone skin shatters and falls away, revealing a new form. It has unlocked the ghost's general form. The new form lasts for 60 seconds, increases its speed by 300, but also reduces its defense by 100. He is thrilled by this surprise transformation. He realizes its rocky armor can be shed depending on the battle. The four-armed freak swings with two hands, but the rock ghost just leaps into the air. Xiong-su asks if it hasn't learned its lesson. The freak reaches to grab its leg, but the rock ghost vanishes. Xiong-su is completely stunned. The freak is confused, looking around for its opponent. Suddenly, a powerful kick sends it staggering. The rock ghost is behind it, grinning. It unleashes a flurry of attacks, forcing the freak to curl up into a defensive ball. With only 10 seconds left in the transformation, he yells at his pet to stop playing around and finish it. The rock ghost charges forward, unleashing a final, devastating lightning charge that sends the freak flying and crashing to the ground. The rock ghost has now advanced to rank 3, stage 4, and has unlocked the lightning charge skill, which can only be used in its ghost general form. A moment later, the transformation ends. Xiong-su and the crowd are in utter disbelief. The referee then declares the winner, the four-armed freak. He turns completely pale. He can't believe what he just heard. The crowd asks why. The four-armed freak was clearly the loser. It's ridiculous. One of the audience members shouts that the brat cheated and used a skill. The referee confirms the violation. Guan Ning argues that all it did was shed its armor. That's not a spell. It feels way too unfair. Xiong-su gets in his face, telling him he's not getting away with the money that easily just because he pulled a little trick. He admits defeat in the beast battle, but then he makes a new proposal, a unknown brawl between them. If he wins, the prize money is his. Xiong-su asks if he's actually challenging him to a fight. The referee is shocked. A real person-on-person fight. He announces to the crowd that Xiong-su is a former professional free-fighting champion. The crowd goes wild, chanting for a fight, chanting for blood. He thinks to himself that this will be way more exciting than a simple beast battle. The rock ghost looks dejected. He pats its head, telling it that it already won. Hell handle this one himself. It is visibly touched by its master's words. The referee asks Xiong-su, and he agrees. He then announces that this is the first time in history anyone has dared to challenge Xiong-su himself. And if he can win, he can still take the prize money. The crowd roars, and Zhou Xiong starts warming up. Meanwhile, Tan Yong confronts Guizini, asking if she's really fallen for that kid. She just tells him it's none of his business. She reminds him she only sees him as a brother. He's hurt, asking how he's any worse than that brat. He says she barely knows him, and he doesn't want to see her get hurt. She just tells him it's her business and to go get some rest. As she walks away, he's left with a sullen look on his face, vowing to surpass him one day. As he's walking back, he hears a cry for help. A blue-haired woman is on the ground, and her defeated flamehound is being attacked by a shadowy beast. He immediately kicks the shadow monster away and asks the woman if she's okay. He asks where this vicious beast came from. A voice from a nearby rooftop replies that there's no such thing as vicious beasts in this world. He immediately goes on guard as the figure jumps down. He asks who he is and if the shadow is his contracted beast. The mysterious man just says that if a beast is used by humans, it's called good. If not, it's called evil. He asks who decided that. Tan Yong demands to know what he's talking about. The man explains that beasts live much longer than humans. Because humans value loyalty, some beasts refuse to take a new master after their first one dies. They end up living lonely lives, sometimes even being labeled as vicious beasts. Tan Yong has had enough of this philosophical nonsense and summons his pet. The man is surprised, asking if he's Tan Yong. Tan Yong is shocked that this stranger knows his grandfather's name. The man then tells him to surrender and come with him to the Beast Taming Association for punishment. The shadow beast approaches him, but the man just orders it to step back. He touches the flame hound's head and its consciousness is warped. It writhes in pain and then its eyes glow a vicious red. It's been transformed into a monstrous version of itself. Tan Yong has no idea what's happening. The man says he was actually looking for people like him, and he's happy that one has delivered himself to him. He wants to see if he's worth using. Tan Yong is completely overwhelmed by the menacing new power of the once familiar flame hound.